Live. We are checking the gate. I'm not hearing any things from our engineers, but since we don't have any engineers, I wouldn't hear anything anyway. But welcome back to another D&D Wildemount Campaign, 5th edition, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your dungeon master and host, Ranger J, 1999. My voice is a little bit hoarse today. Allergies are killing me, but that's not going to stop me. But I was up late last night hanging out with the Aussies, and that's never a good thing. And streaming all day. So I've been doing a lot of talking, voices, things of that nature. So I have done that myself, Anakin. So we are here to have fun and play Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what we're here to do with the Wildemount Campaign, made famous by Critical Role, and we are here to have fun. I'm Ranger J 1999. You can see the list of characters and cast of everybody. I'll just say their names real quick. We've got Finn, my heterosexual life mate. We've got Johnny M. We've got Grim. We've got Gara. We've got Corinth. We've got some guy with glasses up top, and then we have Lady Jasa. So that's everybody here. You can see the names of the person and the character they're playing, and so you can check that out. We're glad to have you guys here on a Saturday. We do this every Saturday at 8 p.m. So we're glad to have you guys here joining us as well. Glad to have you guys here on a Saturday night. You can be doing other stuff, but you're hanging out here with us here in Reality Skewed Gamers, and we're hoping to provide you with some good quality entertainment for the next couple of hours. Our break today will be a little shorter. It'll be about 10 and a half, 11 minutes, right around that mark. We'll take that here through the halfway point, somewhere along that lines. And we'll recap here in a little bit, but Finn, do we have any announcements or anything before we begin?
No major announcements. You guys are making sure that you hit follow on us on Twitter, so make sure you do that. We're continuing McVenom's live stream. I think last week we were talking about it, that her State of Survival stream was going to be at 9 p.m. and that seems to be pretty much the final time. So Friday nights, 9 p.m. on YouTube is when McVenom does her State of Survival live stream. So make sure you check that out at that time. So no, I think those are pretty much the main announcements of the channel.
Yeah, tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to have a Star Wars D&D campaign. I'm hoping we can have a Star Wars D&D campaign tomorrow. We'll do that for a couple of hours. Also tomorrow, early afternoon, we'll be going we play other games and do other games. But for our Star Wars Galaxy Heroes fan, I will be going for 3 Baka tomorrow. I'm not Loki. I'm not Cubs. Expect me to pull 5 a shot. It's going to be horrible RNG, and this is what you guys tuned in to see, is me suffer through these stupid-ass pulls. So we'll do that tomorrow, and we'll talk about my GAC defense. We're already Kyber and all that stuff, so it'll just be for...
Did I say Twitter earlier?
Yeah, you said Twitter. What did you mean?
Twitch. Follow us on Twitch.
Yes, you can sub on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch. Do the Twitchy thing.
You can follow us on Twitter, too.
You can also follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on Twitter, too.
Follow us on Twitter, too. Everything is yes, follow us on Twitch. That is a combination of Twitter and Twitch. Follow us on Twitch. Just both of them at once. Just do everything. Just go down there and follow us on everything. They're all linked down there. This is starting off great.
I mean, quality.
I feel like I'm going to crit on Bad Rongo again at some point today. It just feels like it.
The glasses will fly off. All right, so you can see down below, we've got the on the left. We'll switch maps when it's the main map. The main battle map will pop up and the cameras will switch. You'll see that during the stream, but right now you can see all the roles are on the very far, as you're looking at the screen, the very far right. Everybody's in the center. I'm up top left, and below me is just the map that they're looking at the moment. I can't get it any better. Whose token is on the map? Who is that? You get that damn token off my map right now, young lady.
I just messaged Finn. I can't get it off there.
Oh my god, I'll do it. Where's that stupid token? Yes, I came into today. I've been working on other stuff, and I hadn't checked the map of recent that we used for the Morrow Valley, and I was shocked to see that it looked like a bunch of kids had taken crayons and ran all over the place with it, and I was...
You know why, right, Ranger?
I don't care.
Because we are a colorful cast of people.
I'm going to seriously debuff the snot out of you if you ever say that again.
Creativity amounts.
Jason, I will do the same thing to you. I don't want to see like a kid just trying to draw outside the lines.
Yeah,
on the map.
I can see it now. We get into battle again. I cast Cure Wounds on them. Your spell fizzles.
Not that. Acid seems to go all over everyone's body and burns
something
you.
to do with a counter spell from a crayon? What?
Yeah. So, But with that, I think that's all the announcements. That's all the news. I think we're good. So with that, everybody mute your mics. Let's do the intro and let's
You didn't hear it on stream. It was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't on stream.
It wasn't on stream. It was fine. We have it set up that way. We're good. We're good.
I'm going to turn into Ren from Ren and Stimpy and get so angry. I'm going to be happy.
Everyone likes a happy DM.
I'm so angry. I'm happy. I'm going to hit you and you're going to fall and I'm going to laugh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's recap where we were last time. Our heroes are on their way to Humperduke on a mission for Satal Nana from the Raven Queen, the Temple of the Raven Queen from Zadash. And our heroes are making their way up north, past on the side. They're following basically the pathway. Haven't quite reached the main bridge that leads from the east to the West Marrow Valley. I'm sorry, from west to east Marrow Valley, and hit the gravelway path up to Humperduke yet, up in the Slippercrook Ridge, and have made it to. I'll ping it on the map. It may not ping, but they're about right there. They're a day's journey from the major bridge crossing, and are making their way there. They've had one run-in with some bandits, held their own, did what they needed to do. Some antics happened last with battles and stuff, and we learned that Finn's good at hitting everything but the target. We also learned that Tagar is really good at hiding in tents, yeah. So a lot of stuff was learned in battle, but they had gotten around the bend. They're near the swamp. They had found a nice higher ground area with a big tree that they'd made camp. We left it with our first camp of the night with Reed and I think it was Balin. With Balin and Reed were the first watch. Okay, so we are at the first watch. They had a nice long conversation that kind of covered their background, and really good job on those guys, part of this, their background and stuff. But they are heading to Humperduke. They're about halfway there, because there's a lot of investments. There's a war brewing with Jorhas, and there's already been initial skirmishes and stuff. Actually, the war's kind of started, but hasn't escalated yet. And so they're making their way to Humperduke because there are a lot of backers of the Church of the Raven Queen that have a particular interest there. And Tal, being the main archpriest of the faith, has sent this group to investigate and to make sure that if there is any problems, to handle it, and to make sure that nothing happens with the military production up there. So we finished with Balin and Reed. Who were the next two that were up for watch?
I'll go ahead and take the next one.
All right, Drom and anybody else.
I mean, I'll go ahead and take the next one.
You're not in the character. You have to do the voice.
Well, I got practice anyway.
All right, then.
I'll be glad to take watch with Court as well.
So, wait. So, Alanith and Drom are taking watch next? Who's taking next watch? I need to know. So, Alanith and Drom, who's taking the watch after that?
I'll take a watch whenever I need to.
Hadelin, and who else? And Asherah. All right, and then
Oh God.
Takar will round it all up. All right, so Drom, Alanith, make perception checks for me, please.
Right? Where the hell is my perception?
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, make a perception check.
There we go.
All right. It's the rain after. It's still a slight. It's lessened, right? It's a small drizzle. It's cold. It's not really cold, but the rain is cold. The air is still a little humid, so you can see a little bit of mist. It's very still cloudy. It's just miserable conditions. The ground's soggy and wet, and you guys are woken up from your tent that's under the tree that's warm and dry, and you guys are kind of looking out. You guys are doing a great job. You're very perceptive and aware. If you guys want to have a conversation, you can. If not, then we can move on to the next group.
How are you faring, Colin?
Who?
How are you faring, Drom?
Oh, Drom. I thought you said something else. I was like,
I'm so sorry.
that's all right. I was like, wait a minute, who's that? Is that a new character I'm not aware of? You sneaky bastards.
I'll hop up and look around and be like, oh, who is that? Who are you talking to? Oh, wait.
No, don't do that.
Nah, I'm joking.
Rewind, it didn't happen.
Doing fine.
I'm glad to hear. Thanks.
All right, stimulating conversation from.
We know who the stoic personalities are.
This is deep
just,
thoughts
he
with
doesn't
Alanith
talk
and Drama.
much. You've noticed that in the thing. He doesn't talk very much.
Yeah, so you get that sense, Alanith. You try to make conversation, he's not really having much of it. So there you go. All right, nothing happens on your watch. You guys get to go back to your snuggly tents after pulling your watch. You get the next two, which is Ashar and Reed. Please make perception checks.
Not Reed, Hadelin.
Oh, I thought Ashar and... Oh, so it's Hadelin and Ashar. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you two make your perception checks. Yeah, for the most part, you guys you're doing your job, but you're both miserable because you're kind of like, well, it's still slight drizzle. It's actually gotten less rain. Ashar, we know you're really miserable because you're a city girl and this ain't your kind of life. Hadelin doesn't really bother you at all. Dwarfs weather just doesn't really bother them. It just doesn't. Especially the cold. The colder, the more actually dwarves find it to be in their liking. So you're just like, is what it is. You guys have a conversation at all, or are we moving on?
I'll give her the stern dwarf looks.
Okay, you're getting stern dwarf looks from Hadelin.
Why are you giving me stern looks? Have I done something wrong?
I just assumed you were going to do something
Like what?
odd, like try to read a magazine while you're supposed to be on watch.
What kind of
Over
moron?
And over again.
What kind of moron would do that?
Someone that likes to get smacked in the back of the leg with a very long stick.
Well, I don't enjoy getting smacked in the back of my legs. I do not read while I'm on watch.
Oh my
And
God.
are there any other reasons why you may be looking at me harshly? I feel like maybe you are taking things out on me that are not my fault.
Yeah, probably. My stomach hurts a little bit. I'm hungry. You know, dwarves hungry. We get cranky when we're hungry, and we're hungry a lot. So
That
sorry.
makes sense. I get very cranky when I'm hungry too. That is why I bring these nuts. Would you like some nuts?
yeah, well, it's not turkey, but whatever.
No, I brought. So it is not turkey, but I do bring nuts because I get very hungry. It makes me angry.
All right, sounds good. So I'll take some food from her.
All right, take some food. Nuts are salty. They're delicious.
All right. Well, hopefully this watch goes without as much
Yeah, the rain starts to lighten up during your conversation until it's not barely coming down at all. At all. I mean, from the torrent that it was initially to the poor Reed and Valen went through, you guys, it's not that bad. I mean, it's sloshy outside, but at least the worst of it looks like it's passing over. Although it is a slight bit cooler than it was before. You know that it's beginning to be. It's now starting to turn into beginning of early fall, and so there's still some warmth, but those storms from the north, especially you being from the north, Hadelin, they come and they come fast and furiously. All right, you guys do your watch. Nothing happens. Takar, you're up, buddy. Make a perception check. You are actually paying attention, but the ground's soggy. You get woken up. Nothing really happens. Yeah.
I'm just thankful I brought my watch magazine.
You don't have a magazine. You have books. There are no magazines.
I can read it over and over.
Are you reading your book?
Yes.
Then make another perception check because you would have disadvantage paying attention because you're reading your book. You actually get another chapter 2 into Tusk Love, and you have no idea what in the hell is happening around. If everyone's looking at you from the back, it looks like you're standing there stoically looking out into the wilderness, pulling guard. But if they were to come to you, they would see that you were sitting there with the book open, actually closer to the fire than most people would consider. So you have the best light, so you can actually see the pages. So, but luckily nothing happens on this watch. So you guys wake up in the morning. The clouds have disappeared. The sun is starting to pop up, and there's a little bit of fog, mainly from the dampness and the humidity coming from the swamps. Swamps are notorious for this. In the early dew morning hours, as you guys wake up, everything's wet and miserable. Luckily, the area that you picked, it's pretty solid, and with your good scouting that you guys did for this position, so there's not a lot of mud. It's just wet. It's just bleh. So you guys load up everything on the wagon, get everything good. Does anybody want to say anything or do anything? If not, you guys eat your breakfast. Would that be
considered a long rest, correct?
Yes, all these are considered a long rest.
Okay, and we had. It's still raining, you said, just not
no,
like a
no
drizzle,
rain. No,
no rain at all. Okay.
I just described how the sun was coming out in the early morning. You didn't listen to
I was still kind of thinking it was like a little. Okay.
Roll a d100 minus 99, Finn. That's your new hit points.
He was reading Tusk Love as well.
Yeah, he was reading Tusk Love as well.
I was not. Oh my god.
Have the animal.
Read this.
Yeah, the horses are fine. Didn't seem bothered. You get them set up and get them set up on the wagon, and you guys are ready to take off. Finn, did you want to try your rock built lifting thing today?
Yes, I did.
All right, make a strength check.
Before I do that, can I do? What are you doing?
I was gonna because of the excitement that we had. I was gonna give Alan a little inspiration for her animal handling skills on this next ride.
Okay, so you'll get that when we get to that. So hold on to that thought. All right.
Okay, so before I do the rock, I'm going to cast Shape Water on the rock to get all of the water on there, because I have a feeling that might cause the rock to slip. So I'm just going to grab all the water, turn it into like a little sphere, and just drop it.
Before you do that, if Hadelin, you are... Who's mainly training Hadelin?
Hadelin and Dromzel.
Do you guys want him doing any kind of magic or anything when he tries to lift this rock?
I'm just trying to remove the water from it. It feels like it would be slippery if I tried.
It seems like you are entirely avoiding the task. Try again.
Okay, I guess I will try to lift the slippery rock.
At least try.
I mean, it was in the back of the cart. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, you can just take a quick damp cloth and wipe it off and it should be fine. So it's certainly not that big deal.
Right, quit making excuses, you pansy. Pick up the damn rock.
All right.
Okay, I will try to lift up the rock.
All right, you try to lift up the rock. Make a strength check.
Here we go. And 4. I told you it was slippery.
You see him grab the rock. He tries to pull it off the wagon. As soon as he does, you just hear this, and he falls backwards with the rock. And the rock hits him. And he's just laying there with this rock on him. He can't move. He's stuck to the ground as the
At
giant
least
rock
he
is
didn't
on
drop
him.
it on me.
Nope, he and the rock just went completely backwards as he went, and falls backwards.
I try to not choke on my pipe and walk over there and help him out.
Well, okay, make a strength check to see if you strength athletics check to lift up the rock.
This is for Hadalin?
For Hadley.
Yeah, I just didn't want to click it 30 times. Hold on. Wow, it really doesn't want to roll. Fine then, don't roll.
Poor Balin's just sitting on the ground, just getting.
It rolled in D&D or in D&D Beyond. But
Yeah, you're able to lift
There,
the rock.
they came in.
You lift the rock.
Oh,
over.
here they all come.
Boy,
Here they all
yeah,
come.
all right,
God.
let me see. Since you did that, let me pick the number I want. 6. Okay.
hey, I
Fuck.
warned. That was
know.
not me.
So right now, Hadlin is just juggling like 30 of these rocks.
No, he keeps picking it up, dropping it on Balin, who can't get up. And then
I'm
lifting it up
laughing.
and- oh my god!
I knew it was slippery. See, even you can't hold
No, I
on
bet
to it.
Balin literally comes over and just like lifts the rock up off you, picks you up off the ground, and yeah. You want to make it? You want to try it again?
Yes, I will give it a shot.
I'm
Once again.
standing here laughing my ass off.
All right. So you try to and so Hadalin drops the rock in front of you. Now it's on the ground. So you have to pick up the rock and put it back on the cart. So make another strength check, please.
12.
You struggle, but you're able to pick it up now, and maybe it's because you don't want to be embarrassed the second time. You get it back on the your cart with no problem.
Does that count as a succeed or no?
No, you failed the first time.
Okay.
Just to see if you can keep the rock because it's on the ground. I want to see if you can put it back.
Okay. Next time I will wait until the rock is less slippery. I'll do it at the end.
I don't know.
Better luck
Maybe.
next time.
Maybe slippery was your thing. You actually picked it up this time.
That is after you did the brunt of the work. Maybe next time you lift first and then I lift after.
Not how it works.
All right.
Losing time, and the horses seem restless.
It's like 5-10 minutes. It's like your normal morning routine, so it's really not that big a deal.
Yes, I will not try anymore. I do not want to spook the horses again. I am done.
All right, so you put the rock back in. You guys get all uploaded. Alanith, make a animal handling check and add a D6 to your roll because you've been inspired by Tagar, who gives you utter confidence that you can control these animals. Let's see. You rolled a 19. If you want to add the roll, you can. You don't really need it, but you can if you want.
My other computer just.
Mhm.
So, were you saying D6?
A D6, yeah.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you don't have to roll it. It lasts, 10 minutes? So there might not be anything else anyways.
No, that's 2d6. That's way more than you were allotted. So let's try
The
just
first
1d6.
roll was the 6.
The first one was a 6, though.
All right, so 25. So you actually do a really good job. I mean, so with that inspiration, you get a 25. So that means you're really handling the animals well. Or actually, you pick up some time because of how well you rolled for the day. You guys actually make it down to the bridge. When you get to the bridge, you see that there is a it's actually a stone and wood structure. The bottom part is stone, but you can see there's wood on the upper part of it, and it's a well-built bridge. I mean, you see that there's a major thoroughfare. You can see Crown's Guard, about 6 of them there's actually a wagon that's coming from the other side, a wagon train. There's 3 wagons, and they're dealing with that. As you guys approach, There's a guard that holds up his hands to say wait because they're trying to clear this caravan through. So about 10 minutes goes by, and it takes you to it's about 2 in the afternoon, right? By the time you guys get up there, and then it looks like he's in charge. If you guys can roll, see if you want to know what his rank is. Comes up to you guys and is like, all right, state your business.
We would like to pass over the bridge, and
For what purposes were you headed?
as speedily as possible. Actually, just for exploration.
All right, that's a lie. So make a deception check.
Oh god.
Oh, good lord.
We can all hear this, by the way, right?
Yeah, but
This isn't. Okay.
this is
I'm not saying anything yet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything yet. I'm just...
All right, look here. If you want to cross, you're going to have to tell me your purpose. Where are you headed, and what are you doing? Or I'm going to turn you around. And he looks agitated now.
I'm going to jump
no
in.
more bullshit.
We're heading up to Humperduke, or the matron.
The matron of who?
The matron of
He
Ravens.
kind of looks at your uniform.
The Golden
you're
Talon.
one of them deaf people, eh? Oh. All right. I got to give you an inspection. Make sure you're not doing anything illegal. Stay here. And a couple guys go looking through around the car. They look under the car just to see if your guys are trying any contraband. And you see one of them comes in behind and looks. It's like, it's all right. It's all good, clear, sir. He's like, all right. All right. We do have patrols, so if you get into any problems, you can hit them up. There's a bunch of the knights moving around. But stay on the main roads. Keep an eye out. Good luck on your mission. And so he waves you through. You see the caravan that goes by. You guys go over the bridge. It's a beautiful bridge. It's very well constructed. It's designed in a way that it's sturdy. I mean, it's solid rock. The path have carvings on it on the way, so you can see that this is a major thoroughfare. It's wide enough that if they had to, they could have wagons going from both sides. That's how big this bridge is. Actually, they could even have 2 wagons apiece coming across. But since it's slow, there's nothing really happening at the moment. They're just kind of, they have to do their duty. You guys get across, no problem. You see that there's another 6 to 8 Crown's Guard soldiers on the other side. And you can see on both sides that there is a building for them to be there at. So, and you can see that there's another place for like a small building for stables and stuff. And you can see that there's lots of horses there. So there's probably some patrolling that's done around in this area, and as a waypoint for the military. So you guys get past the bridge. You now are on your way, and because of Alanus' expert handling of the animals, you guys make it to about right there. Who wants to make a perception check for your camping spot for the night?
I'll go ahead and try.
All right.
How about a 17?
It'll be just fine. You find a really lovely spot. It's been a lovely, beautiful day. In the lower, 79, 80 degrees. Warm, but not really hot. It's enough to dry the ground and stuff, so you guys are able to make camp and set up shop. You get your tent set up. You get the fire started. You guys eat a warm meal and set up for your guard for the night. Who is doing guard duty in what order?
Well, one thing maybe we should discuss. I don't know if it's the best thing to have only one person on a watch. We have been attacked at least once, so maybe is anyone capable of just doing the watch by themselves? We've kind of just done it randomly, but maybe we should start thinking about it.
I've already done 2 watches since we started by myself.
Okay. Then maybe we let Dromzel do the watch by himself, and the rest of us all group up.
I would be glad to do a watch as well.
Well, you all have to do a watch. It's just a matter of who's doing the one by themselves and then when you're doing it.
I'll be glad to do that on my own.
All right, so you have
Bronzel or Ali, whoever wants to do it alone.
Y'all decide which one of you is going to do the solo watch tonight.
I'll go ahead and do it. You go ahead and get your rest.
Wait,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. All right, who's actually pulling the first watch?
I'll take the first watch.
All right.
I'll do the first watch.
All right, so Reed and Tagar will pull the first watch. Everybody, you have a meal, some talks, and chit chat, and then everybody kind of beds down for the night. Once you get everything situated, the horses are situated and everything. And Tagar and Reed, you are the first one. Make perception checks. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Tagar, are you reading your book?
Nope.
You're not reading your book.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Okay,
I should read my book.
you are reading your book? Okay, make another perception check.
Watch magazine.
There's no magazines. If you say that word again, you're going to regret it. Okay. Reed, for some reason, you start pulling your watch really well, and then you look over and you see Tagar, who's trying to be sneaky about where he's at, reading a book while he's doing watch. And it kind of keeps you from paying attention.
What's that you got there, Tagar?
Instructions on removing eye patches.
Oh, can I see it?
I don't know.
Make a deception check, because that's a lie. Make a deception check, Tagar, with disadvantage. Alright, roll it again. If you want to roll against it, you've got to make a charisma saving throw to see if you can beat that. You believe him that he's actually reading a book about eye patch removal.
Being somebody with an eye patch, would you mind if I see the book?
There you go, son.
It's an over.
Grab the book. I'll be looking at it.
It's not a book. It's not a book about eye patches. When you see
And
it,
I will
it
toss
says
it
it's
directly into the campfire.
Oh
Oh no!
no! Make a dexterity.
Can I bonus action try and catch it?
Yeah, you'll get a chance here. So make just a throw action. I guess just make a roll with your dex modifier. Let's see if you can hit the fire. The book. It's not that hard.
So it's going to be a +5 to that.
All right, so
No.
17. All right, Tagar, make a dexterity saving throw to see if your reflexes are fast enough to save your book, Tusk Love. You are not. The book goes.
God!
The book goes flying into the fire, and immediately just. I don't know. It's just because of this how the fire is being kept. It immediately just goes. I mean, it's toast. It lights up like a Christmas tree. Mainly because maybe it was treated leather. You don't know, but the pages burn. You will never know past chapter 4 what happens in your story of Tusk Love until you get another copy.
Do you know how hard that was to come by?
You shouldn't be reading books not on the approved reading list of the Empire, for starters.
I just got to her Tuscan suppleness. Damn
You're very disturbed, man.
I'm just not paying attention to it for the rest of the freaking watch.
You just see Tagar just staring at the fire with tears in his eyes. Reed, he was really into that book. He just burned it.
So, guard, it'll be okay.
You're not. You're asleep.
Oh.
and choking, apparently.
It was a sleep
forgot
reflex.
her CPAP.
You say anything else, Reed? Or you just go back to pulling watch?
I'll just look at him and be like, watch the surroundings more. Worry less about the interesting relationship choices you may have.
Do you say anything back to the car? Other than just crying.
Oh my god.
Alright, he's got the next watch.
I'll go ahead and take the next one.
Alright, you're doing it by yourself? Alright, John, when you get woken up, you're woken up by Reed, and when you wake up, you see Reed's got an angry expression on his face. More calmer, but you can see his frustration. He just wakes you up, and then you kind of get your surroundings, and you just see Takar looking into the fire with his sad, pitiful face. It looks like tears coming out of his eyes. He looks so miserable.
Interesting night.
You say anything, Reed, about it? Or
From the looks of it.
Well, the fire's burning very well now.
You filthy man.
What did you say, Takar?
I called him a filthy man. You filthy, no good, self-centered, one-eyed mini dwarf.
So he's cursing at Reed. You don't know what's really going on because Reed didn't tell you. The campfire is nice, and it looks like it's been kept up pretty well.
The secret is a good ash bed.
Jesus Christ. All right, Takari, you just stare at the fire all night, or are you going to get some rest?
Going to bed.
Okay, you see just Takar just get up and just miserably saunter over to his
Wait,
Can I
see Reed's bedding?
No, you're on the opposite end of the camp.
Can I walk over to his tent first? I want to shoot my breath weapon and burn it with fucking acid.
He's going to see you doing it because he's still awake. He's right there.
He sure is. Never mind. I'm going to go dream about that in my tent.
Yes, you have dreams of calamitous events happening to Reed, and you actually get a nice sleep thinking of evil machinations of one said Reed tea leaf. All right, John, make a perception check.
I'm going to use guidance on myself.
All right, you do that.
Probably won't even need it.
Do it anyway. Let's see what you get.
But let's see here. Guidance is a D4. 26.
26. So, while you're pulling watch, a raven lands on your shoulder and kind of gives a small little caw. You just become aware of your surroundings unlike you've never felt before. Like if the Raven Queen herself was with you, in some way heighten your senses, and you're able to feel the night like you've not felt before. You feel the sounds in the air and the small things that you would never really pick up on before. Kind of makes you aware of all of your surroundings much further than you normally would feel, and you just feel this calmness and safeness kind of wash over you. And the raven sits on your shoulder the entire time. I mean, it is a comforting thing to have. And as your watch comes to an end and nothing happens, the raven flies away.
Okay, that was freaking cool.
Indeed. But nothing happens on your watch. And you wake up the next two. And who's the next two that are pulling watch?
I will go next.
All right, and who's the next person who's going with you?
Well,
All right, Alaneth and Balin, you guys are woken up by Drom, who has this look of calmness over you. You hear some foul sniffling coming from Tagar's tent. You don't know why, but he seems to be having a dream where he's smiling, but he's plotting something in his dreams. You don't know what, but you
I'm
guys
smiling and crying.
at the same time.
may I look around and see what I can see?
Yes, make a perception check. You need to do that anyway. Same thing with you, Balin. All right, Balin, you do a pretty decent job, but Alaneth, just your elven blood. I mean, the nighttime, the stars, the moon, it calls to you, especially with your deity. You really are aware and attuned to everything around you in a great way. So if you guys want to talk, you can. If not, we'll move on to the next watch.
Ali, if you don't mind me asking, how did you become friends with someone like Tagar? He seems kind of like the exact
In the back of your
opposite
Tagar,
you in every way.
We ran into each other along the way, and he seems to keep tagging along.
Have you tried to get rid of him?
No,
If you tried to get rid of him, Jesus.
no, I haven't.
So he is someone you would consider a friend?
I consider him an acquaintance, and he seems to have quite the savvy. I'm more acquainted not with this city, and he is, so it seems like it would be a good idea for a while to accompany him.
He definitely seems to have a set of skills, but he is definitely not really focused.
I find him quite repulsive when it comes to the books and the magazines and things, but he is able to negotiate well. I find that to be a very good quality.
Any idea on how to keep him focused and not on the tough love?
I have tried, and now I am.
You know, the only way that you know how this works, Ali, with you and Takar, is that he could be a little scatterbrained. When he's focused, he's unbelievable. When he's not focused, but usually when you put your foot down, no one else he'll listen to, but he'll listen to you.
Well, it does not seem that way as of yet, but yes, I try.
Yeah, you pretty much, when you're the big sister, so when when you put your foot down and cross your arms, he knows he's pretty much toast.
Is there anything else you'd like to know?
I would also like to know a little more about you. I mean, we only had a brief conversation previously, and there's really not much else. You seem to really like the animals. Do they call to you?
Animals do call to me. I'm very familiar with the animals. I have a sadness involved that pertains to that, but I do not like to go into much detail about it with people I'm not quite fully familiar with.
Understood. Well, I appreciate you coming along. I know this is not your journey, but more of myself and Ashira and Dromzel, so I do appreciate all the help that you're providing, and I can tell you personally, after the first incident, me and horses do not get along. I am aware it was an accident. I know that a longsword does not behind on the backside of a horse, but it was an accident, and I will be more careful around the horses.
Would I have permission to ask you a question?
Of course.
This stone that you tried to lift, where is it from? Might I ask?
You know where this is from. They just picked up a stone along the way for training. You were there, Ali.
Mm-hmm.
So they just like, you have to start lifting this rock.
Are you aware, Balin, of where the stone might have originated?
It was
Random.
just somewhere on the ground. I
It's just a
I
random
do not know. Dromzel just found it and said, "Here, you can lift this," and that
that's
has
it.
been my
There's nothing-
training.
There's no deep meaning to it. You were there when it happened. They're like, here's a big stone. You lift this.
Agreed. I'm very familiar with the woods and the waterways, so I was just wondering.
I mean, you can go look. I mean, you've seen the stone. It's just a normal boulder. It's not a small boulder. It's not. Other than it's any common variety boulder that you find. It doesn't have any specific things associated with it of any form or
Except
regard.
it has Balloon's name on it.
Yeah, it does.
it
It
does
did
have my
carve
name.
his name into it, so it does have that.
I would like to assist you with your training if at all possible. And thank you for the time to speak.
I am not sure that Master Hadlin would appreciate it. I do appreciate the offer, but I feel like this is a training that he is giving to me to improve myself. I do have my own ways that I could assist myself, but it would defeat the purpose. I can show you if you wish. It is not something, and I kind of look over, and is Hadlin still sleeping? And Dromzel, are they asleep?
Oh yeah, they're knocked the hell out.
Okay, I'll say I can. And you see me kind of look over at Dromzel and Hadlin to make sure they're asleep, and I'll say I can show you there are definitely ways. I know I can make this easier to lift, but it is not something that I would want to show them because I do not want to use magic for my training. I know it's not the end goal that matters; it's the means in which we do it.
Most understood and agreed.
So I'll go over to the stone, and I'll put my hands on both sides of the boulder. And I'll do 2 casts of shape stone.
Okay.
And on both sides, or mold earth, and on both sides, basically create a handle on it.
That's
So
easy enough.
Yeah, so I'm just creating a handle, and so the most difficult part of the rock is definitely the grip. So I know that if I did something like this, it would be a lot easier. I'd be able to hold it and move it around, but that would not really be the purpose of this. So, but I dare not show them this because I know that magic is not the way that this is supposed to work, and that is also not my goal with this. It is more the strength to be able to wield that sword, and I'll point to the long sword because I don't really keep it on me. It's just a training sword.
Yeah, it's in the card. It's
Point
not.
towards
I
it.
mean, yeah.
So I'll just point to the sword.
I'm
And
very so just my nature. So thank you.
And I'll
Alright.
cast mold earth and just pop the handles back in and just.
That's
return
easy
it.
enough. Yeah, it's
The
easy
same
enough.
stuff.
All right. Anything else? If not, you guys' watch comes to an end, and then we've got Hadalin and Ashira. Make a perception check. All right, good. Hadalin.
What are we gonna get?
Okay. I mean, sure, you're still. I mean, you're getting used to being on the road. It's not bothering you as much as you thought it was in the beginning because you just don't like the countryside, but you're getting used to it, right? But it's still, you're just disinterested, right? It's like, great, more trees, grass, woods. Someone kill me, you know, kind of thing. You're like, you just start thinking about a hotel, a bath, a bed. Hadlin, you're on top of it. You're just like, you know, you see Hadlin over there. He's got his hands crossed over his his stuff, and he's sitting there smoking his pipe, looking around. If you guys want to see anything, then you can.
No more stern dwarven looks.
No, unless Hadlin's giving you a stern dwarven look, he looks like he's in a good mood, smoking his pipe.
Are you hungry? I brought dried fruit.
Yeah, sure, yep.
Yeah, gives you some dried fruit. It's not meat of the bone, which is what you really love, but you know what? It sits in your gut and works enough. And you've got jerky and stuff that you can eat. You know that. So, but you're appreciative of the jester.
Yeah. Definitely makes me, a little less unhappy when I'm eating. So thank you.
And then she gives you a Snickers bar, and you turn into Betty White. All right, nothing happens. You wake up in the morning, refreshed. Everybody's refreshed. Balin, would you like to try your rock crafting strength check?
I would. I also draw a card.
All right, what do you draw?
It's the anger card. Now I'm kind of afraid of lifting the rock, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. I will attempt once again.
All right,
to
you guys go through your morning rituals, and you see that, everything's done. You see Drom and Hadlin. Hadlin's still smoking his pipe. Drom's just with his arms crossed as Balin goes over to the cart to grab his rock to see if he can lift it and do some exercise with it. So you go over and grab for the rock. Balin, make your strength check, buddy.
16.
You lift it up pretty solidly, so that is a success.
Success! Yay!
And because you got a success in the first one, you can roll to see if you can pick it up, put it down, and pick it up and get it for another success.
Okay.
You guys are quite impressed. You picked it up.
9.
You try, you get it a little bit up, but it's just so heavy. You're just like, damn. And you do it a few more times, you just can't get it. That first initial stuff, which was good enough, you were able to get it, lift it up, take it off, put it down. Try to lift it up a few times, you just can't quite get up. You ever seen those power lifters that are trying to they get the
just
first
on
rock
the edge
up?
of the tower.
Yeah, you're just like
No, you're supposed to lift with your legs.
All right. He can't get it back on the cart. So when you guys want to go grab it and put it on the cart?
Yes.
All right. Drom comes over and is like, goes to pick up the rock with strength athletics check. Picks it up with one hand and literally takes it and puts it in the cart.
I used up all my energy on the first lift.
Yes, you did.
Need to get a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like this is also strength and endurance.
Yeah.
So I will work on that.
Yeah, you're sweating pretty good. You're sweating after each of these sessions because you literally keep trying to lift the rock and lift the rock and lift the rock. And, of course, you're also doing push-ups and other things that they're making you do. And, so...
Toilet push-ups, yes, I remember.
Yes.
See, what you're supposed to do, Balin, is you're supposed to get angry at the rock.
I try very much to control my emotions.
Well, Drom's one of your teachers says you have to be angry at the rock. Do you listen to his advice or do you disregard it?
I respond as such. I try to keep my emotions in check.
What do you say to that?
It does not help me usually to let my emotions gain control.
I said you're supposed to get angry at the rock.
I will.
With the natural 20 on intimidation.
You can try to roll if you want.
No, I will deal with it. And
you are thinking that getting angry at the rock is the best plan you've ever heard in your life.
So I get angry with the rock. I will look at the rock, and I will cast Ray of Sickness at it at 2nd level. At this rock.
Okay, you see him actually trying to cast a spell.
Oh, not that type of angry.
This is why I try to control my emotions. Anger does not necessarily lead me to the best place.
Cast the spell, it just hits the rock and nothing happens.
If he says something, I'll slow down.
Okay, so you slow down, you don't actually cast the spell. Okay.
I'm doing it because he told me to get angry, then he said not, so I will stop it.
Different kind of angry.
I don't understand what different kind of angry means.
Angry, grr. Got put down.
But this is what happens when I get angry.
I look over at Hadlin.
Hadlin, any thoughts?
I just got a big frown on my face, basically. How are you all getting more confusing? It makes no sense to me.
I'm confused as well. You tell me to get angry, but
God.
then I get angry, and then you tell me not to get that kind of angry. I Is there a way to understand what these different types of angers are?
You know what they're talking about. They're saying you have to get focused.
I know. I need to get like focused. I know.
on
He's
your
saying
anger.
angry, but he means I know.
Yeah,
I understand.
you understand. Your intelligence is high enough that you
Yeah, no. But I'm still
Getting
asking.
angry
him
can
to-
mean a great many things to an orc.
You know what he means as an orc. You get angry at the object, and then you do what you need to do. I mean, it's pretty clear.
But that's exactly what I was doing. So that's the
Not in
misunderstanding.
physically. You know what he means. You know what he means. Okay, so the rock's back in place. You guys get up on the cart. You guys get ready.
Ranger, can I try to harness my anger and attempt to lift the rock again?
All right. Make a. What would you make for a motion?
Can I do it? I'll try to intimidate the rock. How about that?
Okay,
work?
try to intimidate the rock.
Okay, with my anger.
Yeah, disadvantage because you're not the type that's.
Yeah, I'm not proficient in it.
All right, so
yeah.
you see Balin go over to the rock and go.
14?
You were pretty pissed at the rock. So this time, try to pick up the rock, but add +3.
Okay. I fail very angrily. It is still not working.
You ever seen that Bugs Bunny
Doesn't like
scene?
anger.
You ever seen that scene from Bugs Bunny where he's fighting the wrestler and he's like literally jumps on him and is trying to choke him and move him, and the wrestler just sitting there like just not moving at all. This is the Rock right now. He just sitting there. He's really pissed. He's so angry, but it's just.
Is this what you were wanting?
He's just like he looks. You see this possessed guy trying to move this rock. It's not moving. He can't move it. He's just so angry. Foam's coming out of his mouth.
You know the look that Daffy Duck usually gives Bugs
Yeah,
when he does something. You know
you're despicable.
I'm picturing like a chihuahua trying to hump a Doberman.
Pretty much, yeah. Yes.
I'll start the morning with a drink.
That's right. You actually drink
I
some
guess
ale.
it's a start.
All right, so that happens. All right. The antics of the rock. I'm actually going to do this for 4 more days because I'm enjoying this rock antics. All right.
I intimidated the hell out of that
You
rock, though.
did. That rock, if it could feel anything, would just be. There would be some pee coming out of the rock. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So, Alanith, make your animal handling check, and you have advantage now because you've been doing this long enough.
I'm still gonna say a prayer and give her some inspiration.
All right. If you want to use that, you can. You get a D6 to your roll if you want to add it. So roll again, Alanith. You have advantage now. You've been doing this long enough that you have good control over the cart. But roll animal.
Just roll it twice.
Yes, roll it twice. Roll
The
it again.
advantage is roll twice and take the highest of the two.
I'm trying. Hold on.
If you hit it, just let it roll. We know it can get delayed, so don't keep hitting it.
Yeah.
Don't pull. I'm not going to mention any names.
There it
Corinth.
is.
There it
There
is.
it is.
20. All right. So if you want to roll your D6, see if you can add to that. Roll it 1D6 and see what you get.
The
I
6 on
don't
the
know
first
why
one.
you keep rolling 2D6, but we'll take the 6. So 26. All right. So you actually make it to. For this day, you guys actually make it to the cross point to get on the gravelway path. It's pretty obvious. There are some vendors here trying to sell you stuff. It's just, simple things. If you guys want to try to look or anything while you guys are going through, you can. If not, you can just work your way through and get some extra time. You guys are making good time because of Alanith.
I say that we proceed.
All right.
Agreed.
All right, you guys move past that. People are trying to get your attention, but you guys are on a mission, and you guys make it to about at the W of the Morrow Valley on the map, and we set up for the night for watch. You guys have a meal. You guys want to talk while you're having your meal or anything and discuss anything, you can. If not, we'll go into the watches, and we'll start with who's doing the first watch.
Reed, how close are we now to your place?
Probably 2-3 days away still.
You figure about 3 or 4 at this point, 4 at the most, depending on how it goes. But you could probably be there in Hupperdook in 3. You're about, you're way north of that, aren't you?
The family farm was kind of in between Hupperdook and the Dwarven.
So
city
you'd
of
be
the-
about right here in the area here. Yeah, that's what I think you were from right there. So
Yeah, it was about right there where I'm
it's still, it would be like 2 or 3 days past Hupperdook to get to your location. But if you want to go there, it would make perfect sense. You'd have to go through the forest, to get to your place, which just makes sense for what you used to do. All right, so you guys, any conversations have before we start watch? Yes, no, last call.
How did everyone's watch go yesterday?
That was grand.
Should we keep the same groups? We've been changing around. I think familiarity with your partner may be good if everyone is comfortable.
Same seat.
I'll look over at Tolgar and I'll give him a little smile. Oh, I don't mind watching with him. I think he might pay attention tonight.
Was he not paying attention before?
He may have had some attention gaps.
Attention gaps.
And I start piecing the pieces together when Hadowin was angry and everything that happened.
Uh-huh.
Oh, understood. Then let's we can keep the same watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with doing the same watches.
And if you want, Dromzel, Ali was okay taking the single watch, so we can always switch that off.
I would be glad to take a single watch.
All right, so Alan, you'll do the second watch of the second. Okay. All right, so, all right, anything else? We'll get right into the watches.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right, Reed, Takar, you guys are up first. Make perception checks, please.
A 16.
Mother God.
All right, 13, pretty good. Takar, you're actually doing a decent job of pulling and watch. And Reed, you kind of see he's at least making the effort. Looks like he's doing an okay job. Reed, you're really on top of it. So, any conversations between you two on your watch?
Can I, on the sly, cast suggestion on my good friend Reed?
Make a sleight of hand check because his perception check was better than yours. Okay. Suggestion is a charisma saving throw, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You cast suggestion. Reed, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck. I'm a halfling! I get to
You're
reroll
a
that.
halfling.
Oh, that's right, you do.
That's
Oh, no! Oh, no.
You needed a natural 20 to beat it anyway with a +1.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. All
Suggestion, I'll know I was suggested at the end of it or not.
Actually, suggestion
yes.
is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's wisdom?
Oh, that's not a hell of a lot better.
Okay, so then we'll just keep it as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a +1, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. What's your suggestion? You get to make a one-word suggestion. I think, right?
Give me all his gold.
No, that's not how that works. Let me look. And I will make a ruling on that. Because I believe that's how that works.
It's limited to a sentence or two.
But it can't be something completely against the character or something like
It's-
that. It has to be reasonable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You suggest a course of activity limited
I
to a sentence or
suggest that
two.
he can buy this fancy rock that I picked up off the ground for all of his gold.
The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable.
There you go. This rock is so rare, and we know how much Balin likes it. He loves the rocks. He'll give you so much gold for this. Give
Try
me
again.
just
That's not
all your
reasonable.
gold.
You're not going to
Yeah.
suggest to
Asking
read
the
that
creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do something otherwise obviously harmful.
I'm not doing anything obviously harmful.
Hold
All I'm
on.
doing
Hold
is I'm
on.
saying,
Hush. Hush.
he burned my smut. I get his gold. Reparations.
Yeah, he can do that. How much money you got on you, Reed?
Not a lot.
You think buying this rock is actually a pretty good deal?
56 gold, 7 silver, 3 copper.
Well, you the silver, no, but the 56 gold, yeah, you want to hand it over for this rock. And you do, because it seems like a reasonable choice.
I remember this, right?
You do remember it, but it seems it's not a.
I thought you remember at the end of
You don't regret it.
You don't regret it. Yeah, you don't like. It
Halfling,
seems like it's
we're
it
square.
feels-
You're
yeah.
my favoritist now.
Yeah, as long as it's not harmful. I
Does
mean,
it say you don't regret it and don't remember it?
no, but it seems like it's their idea, in a sense. When I'm reading this,
Is there a duration on it?
it happens so the action takes place. If the action does take place until the spell ends, then it does. Then the spell wears off. So, like, say he says he would have said, "Give all your money to the next person you see," but he doesn't see anybody until the spell ends, and it would just dissipate.
So you think he would always want to possess this rock that he would normally never want to buy for a copper? Forever?
Yeah, that's what this particular rock. Yeah.
Because I'm just curious. I'm not
Well,
arguing
It has
one
to
way or the
be
other.
a condition. Yeah, it's interesting.
So it says, for example, you might suggest that a knight give her war horse to the first beggar she meets. You know, so I don't know. I'll treat it as you'll remember. You'll remember that you did it.
And how is that going to...
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because they should word this better.
Ranger, most of the other charm spells, they do tell you if you know you've been charmed or not after the spell ends. This one actually doesn't say that.
Yeah, because it's a suggestion, right? It's sly, it's slippery, right? It's not like he used some trickery here. Basically, he was a douche.
So at the time, he thought that it was a good idea, right? But now he can
He
look
might
back
regret
and
it afterwards.
it's like
Say, you know what? I really don't like this rock, but he doesn't have any animosity toward.
He just thought it was a lapse in judgment on himself that he bought this rock.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Like, yeah, he just, for whatever reason...
He's totally embarrassed to say that he paid 56 gold for this rock, so he won't tell anybody.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm joking.
That's up to him. That's up to him how he wants to handle it.
Yeah,
but
so we'll leave it at that.
it's like when you get suckered and you feel bad about it.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
much what it
initially you look at this rock, you're like, man, what a great deal.
Keep your eye on the rock. Keep your eye on the rock. Keep your eye on the rock.
Oh, now I'm really trying to think how this particular character would deal with this.
Yeah, what does your disposition tell you that how he would deal with it?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to take this rock and shove it up Togar's ass.
Well, you're not going to do it tonight because right now you think you swindled him. So
Yeah.
So
Good watch, Reed.
Well, we'll say you'll have buyer's remorse in the morning, but until then, you guys go and get a good night rest, and you actually cuddle your rock. You love it. Alanith, you are woken up. You see, strangely, Reed with a rock that's caressing it strangely fondly, and Tagar giggling. Make a inside check. Alanith.
Do I do make that too, or no?
It's just Alanith pulling the second one by herself.
Oh yeah, she's on the second one by
Yeah,
herself.
she's on the second one by herself. So
Yeah,
Alanith,
yeah.
make an insight check on Takar, because you know he's pulled some shit.
I routinely.
You know he did something because of the way he's snickering. So
In that big sister way, you know it.
it's up to you if you want to say anything or if you just want to go do your watch.
Tego, how are you feeling about the rock?
You don't know about the rock. You just know that he just did something. He's got that look in his face like he was up to some mischief.
I'm about tired of this. We need to get ourselves in line all together in order to profit.
Oh, I agree. And the first step to getting in line is getting a good night's rest. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, you don't know what he's up to. You know he's up to something, Alanith. You just don't know what he's done. So it's something for you to chew on. So you know some tomfoolery is afoot, but you just don't know what it is. So, all right, make your perception check.
Because I'm going to take a look around, of course.
Yes, you make your perception check. Yeah, you do a good job. You open yourself up to nature and your little wooden friends, and not a lot of critters around here, but it's more flat and open and stuff. But for the most part, yeah, nothing really transpires. You just get a peaceful 2 hours of just walking around, looking around, and making sure that.
Explore for any type of. I'm going to look around and explore for any type of herbs.
At night, not the best time to do it. Harder to see. If you want to do that tomorrow when you're moving, you can. Let me know, because it's easier just to spot stuff.
I had a hard time seeing in the night, so thank you.
Yep. So nothing goes on in your watch. You wake up the next two. Who are the next two?
Dromzel and myself.
All right, Dromzel and Balin, you guys are up. Make your perception checks.
I'll use guidance on myself again.
All right, go for it.
As if I could find perception on my character sheet. Oh, there it is.
Okay, add your D4. 17. Yeah, you do a good job, John. So you can see Balin's doing his job, but not very well. He's looks tired and miserable, and just he's doing it. He's looking around, but not really seems like he's giving it his all.
Having problems there, Balloon?
This land is all very foreign to me. It's maybe just the newcomer in me, but I do find myself at awe with everything that's here. It's a lot different than where I'm from. I don't see any snow. It's just stretches of land, and it's all very different. It's sometimes hard for me to focus. It's just more me taking in everything around me.
Alright, so where'd you say you were originally from?
Are you familiar with Vasselheim?
Oh, someone's getting a call. Grim,
Can I phone a friend?
No.
That was a sending spell.
Yeah.
Jester on the other end. Hello!
This is Jester. I'm calling you to say I'm in love.
Calling from Australia.
And it's super amazing.
Yes, I would like a large pepperoni.
Make a lore history check for me to see if you even know or heard of Vasselheim.
History.
Or if you can remember coming across that. Yeah.
That'll be 19.
You being part of the clergy and church and things, you've done your share of research. You know about the other continent, and you know about Valsheim. It's And its significance, there is a major temple of the Raven Queen at that location. So, yeah, you know of its location. I mean, you don't know in depth a lot of its history. You know just the general history of the world in association with Vasselheim, but that's about as far as the extent of your knowledge.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but not very much. What's it like over there?
It is different. A lot of people have heard of Vasselheim, but they may not be quite as familiar with it. It is effectively almost a floating city, very high up in the air, almost in the clouds. I'm not from there directly, though I have.
That is not Vasselheim.
Yeah, Vasselheim they have like an airship to make it in there from the main thing is like the mill, right?
No.
It goes all the way up there.
No. They have a place for airships, but it is not. That's not Vasselheim.
It's like isn't it like the big walled city inside of there that goes up like
okay, so
almost up into the clouds, like the
Vasselheim,
main tower?
So there is a tower like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
like the cradle area. That's more what I'm describing. It's the cradle area in the middle.
There
of
is, but
Vasselheim towards the
most
end.
of Vasselheim's cut out of a mountain. There's the temple to Bahamut.
It's Bahamut and
there's
Raven
different
Queen
parts.
and
There is a
there's,
big
like,
wall. Yes, it surrounds the city. It's considered the
Mhm.
first human civilization to be protected. There's a lot of stuff there, but yeah, it's cut out of a mountain. So a lot of the temples and stuff are part of this mountain. But most of the city's on the base of the mountain, behind this big wall. There is a tower for airships and stuff to come in, but yeah, it's not a city in the clouds or anything like that.
No, I'm not from directly in there, right? I'm not one of the cities outside. That's why I was kind of.
Yeah, the city you're from is one of the smaller communities that are outside
Exactly.
of Valsheim.
That's why I was saying, like, from my perspective, it's like a city.
Oh, okay. I can see what you're saying. But I don't know if you would
Yeah,
describe it as that.
I was
You would
hoping
just,
for a description.
yeah, your description would be the city and the city.
Like myself.
Yeah, it would be the city.
It's
from the mountain.
it's a city in the mountains, but I'm not from there directly. It's a very religious place. It is what most would think is the start of civilization, but I am not from there. I am more from the outside, where it's not quite as prosperous, and so we are more mining and operational, and it's more cleared out from where I am, which is a smaller city just outside of it called Hilvelum. So.
Right. So my mother really didn't tell me very much about you other than just bring you along. So what brought you over here?
The Church of the Raven Queen. I was there studying for a little while, and was told that it was time to make my trek out over here to go to Zadash and go to the Church of the Matron of the Ravens here for furtherance of being accepted by the Raven Queen. It is one that called to me, so it is a new religion for me, and I have been waiting for whatever your mother, the Archpriestess, would tell me to do, and that is what I'm hoping. I don't know where this will lead, but ultimately, I'm hoping this is on the path to acceptance.
Well, I'm sure with the task that you set before us, you'll be able to prove your worth. All of a sudden, I turned into a British person again.
No, you're fine.
If you don't mind, I know the first time you did not want to tell me what exactly the mission was, and I know I was new, but I feel like now we are trying to do this together, and I am still not very clear on what we're supposed to do. We're going there and investigating, but we really have no leads on anything. It seems almost like a blind search. Is this maybe another mission that we're set to fail on, kind of like the first one?
Well, I seriously hope not. I mean, we'll find out when we get there.
have you thought about what happened on the first mission?
Other than that, we were completely fucked, but no matter what we would do.
So why would she send us on a mission like that? She intentionally sent somebody else that had more money, had more power, and told us to.
You know, with your relationship,
the matron works in strange ways, my friend.
She's always testing you, man. She's always done that in your entire life, man. So this is nothing new for you.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that.
No, but you know that that she has her reasoning, right? And you just trust it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she says it, I do it. So yeah, my answer is the matron works in mysterious ways.
So the failure was something that was intended, and this is the way she operates. So my apologies. I know she is your mother, but she is very new to me. I am maybe not fully understanding what the missions are here. If we're being led to see how we deal with failure, or if there's actually a mission at hand, it definitely threw me off as my first mission for the Raven Queen. I don't know what I could have done differently, and praying has not really helped.
Oh, Drom, any response?
Yeah, he just nods his head with that one.
Okay. Simple nod of the head, and
it's a knowing nod.
Mm-hmm. I'll just kind of nod, and that'll be it.
All right. Last ones would be Hadalin and Ashera. You guys are woken up for your watch. Make your perception checks. Yeah, you guys are really not paying attention. You guys are just... It's early morning, you're miserable. Hadalin just wakes up grumpy, smoking his pipe. He's looking, but he's not really looking. Sherry, you're looking, but you're not really looking. You're not a morning person, it seems. You guys say anything, or you just sit there in quiet misery? You have that in common. You both are miserable at the moment, just being woken up this early, having to pull a watch.
I'm just walking around, kicking the ground as I'm walking and stuff. Yeah.
I do nothing before I have my latte.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Before you guys have coffee in the morning, but you do have coffee. You guys can make coffee. It's not a unknown thing. But nothing really happens on your watch. You guys wake up. You wake everybody up. You guys have a quick light breakfast. And get everything set. Reed, you wake up snugly next to a rock. You remember that you made a tremendous deal that you thought at the time was a good deal to give all your gold to Takar for this rock. I'll let you play it however you want to play it.
I'm going to walk over to Tagar.
Okay.
I'm going to look at him. I'm going to say, this rock that you went and sold me. It's it's a fantastic rock. Did you happen to notice that the entire thing really isn't a rock? It actually happens to be an emerald.
Make a deception check with disadvantage because it's hard to not notice that the rock is not an. Jesus.
Oh, so a 13 plus I have a guidance.
You didn't say you're guiding yourself. Who gave you guidance?
Grim did.
When?
Just before I rolled.
Did he? I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
I didn't hear him say that.
I said I cast guidance on Reed.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. He
Okay.
did.
I didn't hear it.
I counterspell it. I'm joking.
Can't
joking.
counterspell.
joking.
Get the hell out.
Counter spells, cleric spells.
Yeah.
We also don't have 3rd level spells. So.
Yeah, so that's negating the possibility. All right, make a inside check to see if you believe him.
Come on, baby.
You believe him that is an emerald of some sort in his hand.
Sweet.
I'll happily sell it back to you, but it is worth more than the 56 gold that I paid for it. So if you're willing to sell it to you for, say, 300 gold, it's worth at least 5.
You believe
Whatever said I wanted an emerald.
You believe him. You believe him that's an emerald. Now, I don't know if you have that.
I believe him it's an emerald. Do I believe him it's worth 300 gold, or is that another check?
No, the deception is part of what he rolled initially. So you believe him that this is an emerald and that the value that he's telling you is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, then that's amazing.
Good deal if you want to buy it. 500 gold emerald for 300 gold.
I didn't know what's for sale.
Well, I mean, it's only fair since you sold it to me. You probably didn't know how much it was worth.
Make a persuasion check, Reed. And since your deception check worked, do it with advantage.
15 either way.
All right. Make a charisma saving throw, Takar, because he's trying to persuade you now.
Ooh!
Yeah, you believe him. You think it's a good deal, but it's not. It's not hitting you as a deal that you wanna get at the moment. It could
Sorry, Halfling. Can I carry you somewhere?
You just don't. It's too pricey. You're just not feeling it. So he rejects your offer there, Reed.
Keep it in mind if you'd like.
Okay.
I have excellent memory.
Alright then. I'm gonna go over and get breakfast.
All right, you do that. All
I'm
right.
going to do my daily prayer for
Alright.
Alan to have the bestest of animal handling skills, thereby inspiring
All
her.
right, you inspire. You don't pray to inspire. You just have to say something.
I know, but the fact that I'm not religious at all and I'm praying, she sees that and knows that it's really important.
Well, Tagar comes over to you, Allie, does his strange little ritual here. He says something to inspire you for the daily handling check. But before that, it's time to check the rock. It's that time where Balin makes his roll on the rock. So
Right.
make your strength check for the rock to see
All
if you
right.
can pull it out of the way.
Hold on, I'm gonna draw a card first.
All right, you draw a card.
Okay, and come on, something decent. Ooh, it's the protect card. I'm going to protect this rock and lift it. Okay.
I remember
All right.
yesterday. Are you going to try to get angry at the rock, or are you just going to try to lift it?
Oh no, I'm gonna try to intimidate the rock first.
All right, make an intimidation check.
Hadalin starts to come up towards you as you get angry at the rock, and then you see him kind of not step back, but he lets you continue on. Like I was getting ready to walk up and say something until you got angry.
Yeah, you're not able to intimidate the rock. You're somewhat angry, but nah, you don't get anything advantage for it. So,
Okay.
so try to lift the rock.
3.
You can't even get it out of the cart today. You're just not feeling it. You're just sore. You're tired. It's been a long day. You're not feeling it.
I don't feel the anger today.
Yeah, you see him trying. You guys know he's trying, but he just doesn't have the strength today to do it.
You do not have to pick it up every day. Although you should. You don't have to.
It takes time. It takes time, you know.
No. The more I try, the quicker I can get to succeeding. So I will do this every day. I will continue to practice.
All right. So, okay. Alanith, with your advantage and your guidance, make your animal handling check. All right, roll your d6 and only a 1d6.
I will try my best.
Do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try.
When you pull up the die roller, you can actually click on where the larger box that says D6 and just roll 1.
It's getting worse, not better.
It's still a
Well, at
6
least
on
the
the first
one
one.
was a 6 again.
Yeah, but I'm not
Still a
gonna. I'm gonna
six.
start not counting these.
She re-rolled just a 1 and got a 4.
That's okay. There we go. Good job. There we go. All right. So 16. Yeah, you do a good job. You don't get any bonus time, but the animals are there. It's like just kind of going through the motions. You do. They're fine. The horses are fine. You guys get to about not as far, but you get to about here, past these rolling hills at the
Ranger,
gravel.
we still have
path.
Ashira's token in the bottom right. Can we just use her token to mark where we're at on the map so we can
Really?
just keep it there constant? Just so
I
we
thought
can
that
constantly see
had
it.
been.
No, it's like all the way in the bottom right.
Ashira, put your token next to the gravelway path, please.
Stitches, Finn. Snitches get stitches.
No, it's actually going to be helpful. We can use it to track where we are.
Yeah, no one will know.
Where is it?
Well,
There
if
it
you
is.
select it, all you have to hit is the delete button and it'll get rid of it.
The very,
Yeah.
very
Yeah, but we can
I
use it
got
now
it.
to track where we are. So.
She's like our mascot.
like
Mhm.
Okay.
The stern look. She has a dwarven stern look from Adeline. Showing our way.
Let's shrink that a little bit. It's a little too big. All right, you're out right there.
Okay.
All right, another day's journey. Nothing happens. Eventful. You see, you cross a pathway of some other people coming fro. You see some Crown's Guard and scouts and rangers and stuff doing their daily patrols and stuff. They just give you a little salute as they walk by, and nothing really eventful happens. You guys set up for camp for the next night. You guys get ready to bed down.
Can I ask a question, Ranger?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we see any other people of faith that like the people of the Raven Queen that we're traveling with?
No.
Like other clerics or priests, any that we come across?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly it's just military. No religious people. You see caravans. If someone is worshiping the Raven Queen, most people, unless they're direct clergy, do not make
I was
it known.
looking for someone actually other than the Raven Queen.
It's hard to see that. You don't see anything yet. You do know in Hupperduke that there is a major temple to Morden up there. That's because that's just the way it is. But that's mainly localized in that region up there. But you're not, most people don't wear their symbols and stuff out unless it's like, say, a paladin or a cleric. And even then, it's hard to sometimes know who they work for, right? They don't make it known. Some of the major religions, yes, but some of the smaller ones, not so much. And even then, some people, even if they are part, say, of Raven Queen, they believe in the Raven Queen, they just don't make it known, right? So it's hard to know.
Okay.
But yeah, you haven't really come across anybody like that yet. So, okie dokie in the pokey. You guys get ready settle for the night. Who's taking the first watch?
I'll take and please. Reed, go right ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
You guys are deciding while you guys are eating dinner who's going to be doing the watches.
I'll take the first watch again.
All right, you and Takar are up first. Who's going to take the second watch?
Today, maybe Dromzel can... is Grim here? He's disappeared. I think he stepped away. Okay, Allie can be on the second watch alone then. That's the sequence.
No, I'm back. I can do the second watch.
All right, you'll do the second
Okay.
watch.
So,
All
Dromzel, do you want to take the solo watch today, since Allie did the one yesterday?
Yep.
right. Okay. And then you guys decide who wants to take the third watch, which group.
I will go with Allie.
All right, and then Hadelin and Ashira, you will guys get the final watch. Okie dokie. First watch is Reed and Takar.
Knowing that I'm about to walk into this first watch situation, can I just sing a little song to get my spirits up and put me in a good mood?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm looking to inspire myself.
You do that. You don't even have to pull out. You don't even have to pull out your. You can just hum a little tune and give yourself inspiration.
Talking myself up. I'm like,
Yes.
I can do this. I'm good enough, and I'm strong.
All right, Reed, what are you doing?
Well, I rolled my perception roll to 21.
All right, what are you doing? Roll your perception roll there, Takar.
I'm gonna roll for stealth.
All right, so Takar, you have advantage because Takar is not paying attention. He's singing.
So that's a 26 stealth.
All right, he has no idea that you're coming from behind him.
I am going to empty his pockets of everything in them.
All right, make a sleight of hand check because you rolled a 26 with advantage because he is singing and not paying attention.
That's a 25.
Holy fuck.
You boy, you
Good job pissing off a rogue.
you get all of his money.
How much would that be now?
108 gold,
You have 108 gold, and
1 silver,
One
and
silver.
5 copper.
and 5 copper.
Thank you for your business.
Yeah, Takar, you're singing. You're just like, I know he's gonna come at me. You're like, you're just singing a little tune. You're getting ready. You're just thinking about like, what are all the ways that he can come at me? In the meantime, picks your ass clean. You have no idea that just happened.
I
Alright.
will then sharpen a stick. I
Uh-huh.
will skewer an apple into it.
Okay.
I will gently roast it over the fire.
All right, you go put that next to the fire. He has no idea that you're doing that because you're being stealthy as a mug. All right. So, Takar, at the moment you've been robbed blind, you have no idea because you are trying to think of like all the possible ways Reed might come at you. So Reed, you have taken his money and you're cooking an apple. At the end of the shift, you see Takar. You come over, you see Reed he's roasting a nice apple and he's getting ready to take a bite out of it. He's warmed it up a little bit over the fire. Doesn't look any different. He doesn't look like he's just done his shift and anything. You have no idea.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna compliment his apple. Compliment his dagger. That's a fine dagger. It's nice.
I've
I'm
had
gonna
for
try.
years. I've
Can I,
killed hundreds with it.
Can I sleight of hand cast suggestion on him again?
Yeah, with disadvantage because he's looking at you.
Okay. Isn't that with advantage? Because if he can hear me and see me.
He's looking right at you when you're trying to do this. So
Oh, okay.
so
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand with disadvantage. Make a perception check. To see if you see this, Reed.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you can.
So 1d6?
Yeah, 1d6. So 21. Okay, so you don't see this happen initially, Reed, but he moves faster than you can see, and then the next thing you know, he's got your dagger in his hand and he's looking at it. You didn't see him move. You don't know how he did it.
No, he was using sleight of hand to cast suggestion, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing suggestion. Oh, I thought you were going to get the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. he was
Oh,
casting
okay. I thought you were actually
suggestion
just going to
No,
take the dagger.
I was talking up his dagger and all of his weaponry.
All right. Make a suggestion.
You know, there are those less fortunate, and there are many who learn to fight. You should give these to the next caravan that we pass by.
Make a charisma saving throw, Reed, because this is
Charisma or wisdom?
a wisdom. Yeah, wisdom. And knowing your background, you have advantage because there's no way in God's green earth that you would do that.
God's sakes, a 7?
Jesus Christ. Well, if you happen to come across this situation before the spell ends, and
Well, doesn't the spell
actually-
It
end?
doesn't end.
Yeah,
It only
does.
it
It's
comes
a
up on the conditionals. So the next time we see a caravan,
Ew.
he's giving
It
all his
doesn't.
weapons.
No.
It's a
that's
concentration
not how
it's
it-
spell.
concentration.
It's a concentration.
If you fall asleep, it ends.
Yes.
Ah,
You have to decide if
alright.
you're going to stay awake to keep this going on him now. So you're going to take a point of
And if
exhaustion
it
to
doesn't
keep
do
this?
anything in the next 8 hours, then it's going to end too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm staying awake.
Okie dokie.
And we have 8 hours of shifts left. Good choice.
Do you want me to put the exhaustion point on now?
Yeah.
All right.
Who's second
The
watch?
suits keeps on getting better and better. That would be me.
You're woken up by Reed, who's eating an apple, and gets you woken up, and then you just see Reed just kind of nonchalantly go over and lay down. He looks happy and content. You see Tagar wide awake, just staring beams over at Reed. Stalkishly looking over at Reed from a distance on the other side of the camp near the fire, just staring at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna mention anything. I'm just gonna do my normal freaking.
Do your perception
watch
check.
Stuff. Use guidance.
Go for it.
$26.
Yeah. You do a great job. Don't see anything. Your watch goes uneventful. And you wake up the next shift. And who is the next shift?
Myself and Ali.
All right, Ali and Balloon, you guys are woken
Hey,
up.
Fallon.
I'm sorry, Balloon. You guys are woken up by Drom. When you wake up, you
Right.
guys...
Come on, wake up, Balloon.
No, it's Balin. You wake up, and when you guys wake up, you guys get your stuff, and you get up and stretch, and you guys walk over by the fire and warm up for a second, and you see Jakar still awake. Staring beans at the direction where Reed's sleeping. Allie, make an insight check.
Or have mercy. One moment.
Can I attempt to see what's going on too on this one? 'Cause
No, because
odd.
she has a special relationship.
she has a
with
special
the-
bond with him. Yeah. I would just know that something is off though. That
It
he's
just
still
seems
off.
you just see Takar staring at Reed. You don't know what's up, but
Okay.
you're just you're just like, okay, weirdo.
Sorry, guys, it's reloading. Many apologies. And an insight check, you say?
Yes, please, with advantage because it's Takar. You know he's still something's up with him and Reed again. Not sure what. You think he's up to some nonsense, but you can't be sure. You're like, well, maybe he's doing something. Maybe he's just being Takar. You don't really know. You
I will
know,
walk over to Tagar.
he's just staring at Reed. When Allie wakes up, she comes over to you, Takar. What do you say, Allie?
Tagar, what is the value of the emerald that Reed is in possession of?
Okay,
How important?
hold on. Roll back. Not an emerald, not a rock. You don't know that happened.
Tagar, I have $125. 125 gold. I'll be glad to give it to you.
Okay, stop, Allie. You don't know any of that. All you know is that Takar is up to mischief. You don't know that he's done. You have no idea about the emerald or the rock or anything. All you know is that Takar is being mischievous and he's acting weird, staring at Reed. You don't know that any of the stuff that happened. You don't know about the sleight of hand. Nothing. All you know is that Takar is being shisty. That's it. So if you want to ask him what he's up to, you can, but you don't know any specifics. You have to fish that information out.
Togar, you look like you should probably get some rest. There will be a long day of travel tomorrow. Why are you...
I'm fine. I have to keep my eyes on the halfling.
I see.
Why do you have to keep your eyes on the halfling? He's sleeping. That's why
Halflings
we're
are
awake.
shifty folk. They are shifty folk, Mr. Sorcerer.
And so are you. I don't understand why does that mean that you have to watch him? You're staying awake for no reason. Ali and I have got this. Just you should go to bed.
I think I found solace in the Raven Queen, Sorcerer. I'm exploring that.
That's a lie. Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Frickin' sunglasses. There we go. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's full of shit. Straight up, but Balin, he's lying about that.
He is not one of the Raven Queen. It's Dromzel in the morning to maybe help you with these visions that you have.
Or whatever halfling queen he prays to.
I believe he prays to a dwarf. Not a halfling. Not all people pray to the same species as what they are. They're different races. They pray to the god that works for them.
I'm just gonna whip out my flute and start playing it, ignoring the sorcerer.
Is he paying like an inordinate amount of attention to
Make an insight check.
18.
Make an Arcana check.
22.
You see that he's cast a spell on Reed. You don't know what. You can't ascertain what it is, but you know it's in the variety of him having to concentrate.
Okay.
That's really good rolls, man.
Everybody's
I made that a high
DC.
I made that a high DC, and you blew by it. I'm like, God dang! Look at Balin. You know that he's you don't know what the spell is. You just know he's concentrated some kind of spell. You can ascertain from your knowledge of the mystical arts and your understanding of magic that's what he's doing. That's why he looks like he's stalking Reed at the moment.
Yep. I'm going to spend a sorcery point.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to silent cast, detect magic.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to head over to Reed, so if I can figure out what exactly he's being used on.
You don't need to go over to him. You can look at him and see.
Yeah, I just need to be within 30 feet. I don't know where in position.
Yeah, you see that the same color that's emanating from Tokar is emanating from Reed. And from what you rolled, you can tell that is a suggestion, kind of hypnotic. It's something to do with the charm of some sort. You don't know specifically, but you know that that's what it is of some sort.
Would I know
it's a manipulation.
just the ways to break it? Like, I mean, Finn knows, but I'm just saying, like, things like being able to do damage and stuff in order to break those kind of spells are fairly common, but I don't know if I would know.
Yeah, if you went over and pinched him right now, he would break it.
Yep. And that
or
is what I'll do.
Poke him with your, hit him hard or something.
Yep.
It'd have to be something. It'd have to do damage because it can't be like a little slappy and be like nothing. It's got to be something somewhat hard. So if you have to take your staff and whap him or something.
I don't really have a staff, but let me see what I'm gonna do. But I am gonna try and do a little bit of damage to him. So
yeah, let's just say you just use your hand and slap the shit out of him on the ass or something.
Okay.
So just make an attack. You have advantage.
I don't want to slap him on the ass. I want to maybe slap him hard on his arm. I'm gonna slap him.
Okay, slap him hard on the arm. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. So just roll what, d6 to hit, or
just roll an attack. Roll a d20. Add your dex with advantage because he's not moving. He's just laying there on the ground.
Okay, I'll just roll 2 d20 on the thing, and I'll just use those, and then add my dex, which is 1.
Yeah.
So 18 to hit.
Easy. He's asleep. He's not no problem. I mean, Reed, you're woken up to this. You see this sharp pain in your arm. As you look up and you see that Balin is standing over you. The spell is broken, by the way, there, Tagar. And you're woken up, and your armor's killing you, and Balin's sitting kneeling next to you.
Oh, do I have to roll damage just for whatever?
Yeah, roll a d4. Well, your strength, roll a d4.
Yeah, it's a d4 and then a +0, so yeah.
Max
and I rolled a
damage.
4.
Yeah.
Max damage on the
damage.
d4.
Yeah, he hits you hard, man. It's that strength, the rock strength is paying off there.
Sorry, Reed. Tagar was just staring at you, so I thought maybe that you were unconscious. So I just wanted to see if you were awake. My apologies.
You're awake now, Reed.
Go to sleep.
Bloody
have to roll-
lizards got all kinds of weird taste.
Do I have to roll
First he's reading
a
a
deception
smut
on that?
book.
No, he's too
I
incoherent.
am
for waking.
intentionally.
Yeah, but
No,
he's
no,
too,
I'm intentionally lying for
I know,
the
but he
reason
just
why.
woke up and he's kind of incoherent. He just got woken
Okay,
up, you know.
that's
So his faculties are not all 100% there. I'm not going to make you. It's,
Yes. Okay.
You had a giant pterodactyl skeeter on your arm.
That's. Oh, my
I was
apologies.
picturing Kylo and Luke.
My apologies, Reed. Sorry. You continue. Ali and I will look. I was just worried, and
Thank you.
then I'll get up and go back
Okay.
and look at Tagar and just say, I think he's okay. I think you can go to sleep.
Yeah, it looks like he's.
We will. Ali and I will take care of him.
Your spell's been broken, brother.
It has been broken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm broken.
So you go.
But I guess I'm tired.
Yes, you do suffer a point of exhaustion because you're not gonna get a full night's rest. You'll get some rest. So,
I take a look around.
yeah. You make your perception check. I think you already did already, didn't you? And Balin make your perception checks, right? No, you have not. So go ahead and make your perception check and stuff.
Just one moment.
You do the same thing, Balin.
Oh,
I keep reloading for some reason, so
That's okay.
bear with me. Let's see, bear with me.
Okay.
Barrel.
Yeah. So you're kind of distracted by everything that just kind of happened, Allie. So you're not fully into it. You're paying attention, but not really like you should. Unlike other nights, you know, Takar was up to something, but you don't know for sure what. Balin, you knew exactly what he was up to, and so you're still kind of thinking about it, but you're still doing a decent job of your watch. If you guys want to say anything, you can. So yeah.
no, I'm not. I'm actually quiet today and
All right.
kind of a little bit in my thoughts.
All right, you guys have a quiet moment of just pulling guard with your own thoughts. Allie, you trying to figure out what Takar's up to. Balin, you knowing what he's up to. Thinking about it. So, Allie, you have no idea. You just know he's being his old shisty self. And Balin, you knew exactly what was going on. All right. Next watch. That would be Ashera and Hadalin. You guys are woken up. You guys wake up, make your perception rolls. Okay. Share again. You do the duty, but you're not into it. Hadlin, you're on top of it. You're smoking your pipe, and you're rested, and you feel you're getting closer to the mountains, so you're starting to feel a little bit more at home. The closer you guys get to, you can see them off in the distance. I mean, they're huge mountain range. You know, they're far away, but you do get the semblance of them. So have them within sight is reminding you of home and making you feel better about yourself.
Definitely practicing my art of blowing smoke rings and objects. So
let's see. Make a dex. Just make a dex check. Just roll d20 in that dex. See how good of a smoke ring you can do. Yeah, Asher, you're pretty impressed. He's actually sitting there blowing like multiple smoke rings that are perfectly circles. You know, just sitting there blowing smoke.
There is a slight smile creeping on my face as I successfully do that. I know if I catch her looking at me, I go,
Yeah, she's looking at you with admiration. And you keep making more smoke rings, and she seems it to be okay. Not too shabby. Okay. No one's saying anything. All right.
Good job, Adam.
A watch of smoke rings and admiration. There we go.
Hey, I with a +1 or 0 on that, I probably never get that high, so
Yeah,
I was
I know.
extraordinarily impressed with myself.
Yes, you guys had a moment. All right, you wake up the next morning.
Roll.
You wake up the next morning, Tagar. You feel like poop because you didn't get as much rest as you want. So you have a point of exhaustion. You're moving a little lethargically. Reed, you feel refreshed. You feel good. Your arm stings a little bit from last night, but nonetheless, you feel fine. You guys wake up. You have a light breakfast. Do your normal routine. Balin, make the rock check.
Well, before that, I'm gonna do something else.
Okay, what do you do?
So I'm gonna draw the card first,
Okay.
and the card that I actually drew was the blood card.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to. I think we might have a problem here.
Okay.
Um,
You guys are sitting there eating breakfast, and then you speak up. Everyone's eating and drinking coffee and, getting their day started around the campfire.
What's wrong, Balin?
I apologize for lying to you, Reed, but I wanted to make sure at least everyone had slept through the night. There were more pressing matters.
Yeah,
But,
Tagar did. He's over there sitting there.
but Tagar, I know what you did yesterday. If you're not aware, Reed, Tagar has been casting spells.
You only know of the one.
On the one on you. He cast a spell on you last night. He was trying to suggest you to do things.
Oh, where are you, lizard?
Tagar, being able to cast spells is definitely useful, but casting it on your friends is not a good thing to do.
But just going along with my character real quick.
No, that's fine. Just go with it. No. Yeah.
I wasn't charmed by him. He pickpocketed me, right?
Yeah, you don't know yet that
pickpocketed
you've been pickpocketed yet. You haven't
That's
checked.
the thing. It's like for such a money-centric character, do I realize that I was pickpocketed last night?
Not yet, because you haven't really.
Okay.
You haven't checked yet. You just woke up, so you haven't. I mean, your stuff's in a pile. You haven't checked it yet. Like you're in the morning process of eating and getting ready to get the day started, so that you don't know that yet.
Gotcha.
Why would you cast a spell on Reed?
Oh, just practicing.
I'm assuming
Practicing-
we can all get insights on that.
Yeah,
Someone can.
someone can. Whoever wants to do it can. All right, whoever rolled, that's it. Hadlin, since you said it, 22. Are you? He's full of shit.
I'd say, and you're full of shit. And you frequently don't do your duties on watch. Where's your smut book?
The halfling burnt my literature.
Oh, good job, Reed. If someone would have found it, we could have all been arrested. And I
Yeah, we
spit.
needed some more kindling in the fire that night.
Is that why you cast a spell on him? Because he burned your book?
Without apologies.
It is from what I understand an illegal book. You've been waving it around since we got it.
So,
It seems like the smart thing to do. You're quite irresponsible with it.
and you chose to harm a new party member with this too. This,
Well, he didn't. You don't know if he was trying to harm. He was just trying to do a suggestion. Now, Allie, you
No
got that.
harm, just charm.
Allie,
that is harm.
who got
you
the
were
book? Who was the one that
making him
got
do
the book?
something.
Hold on. Who got the book initially?
Togar.
Togar got
Togar got it directly, gave it to Ali, but Ali tried to sell it, gave it back to Togar,
Right,
and
so-
then Togar's kept it since.
Okay, so there you go.
But So because he burned your book, you cast a spell on him and tried to suggest him to do something.
We shouldn't be trying to harm one another. No stealing, no theft.
He was actually probably trying to help you. You would have been arrested, and so would have we if anyone saw you. We've already been told that there's guards around here. Why would you have that book out?
We don't have to worry since it's not here anymore.
No, but now we have to worry about you.
Worry about yourself.
No.
I stand up.
All right.
Are you sure you want to continue with us? It doesn't seem like you trust us, and it doesn't seem like we can trust you right now.
Well, halfling, should I trust you?
Well, lad, I'd say this. If we start practicing different skills on one another, keep in mind, it's been a while since I've put this rapier through the head of somebody. I wouldn't want to start practicing on you. So I'd appreciate if you'd reciprocate the favor. Not
I will
practice
not
on me.
stab you in the head, halfling. I can't bend down that far.
At this point, I'll stand up.
All right. Everyone's. You see Hadlin and Reed getting a little antsy as they stand up, looking over at Takar.
I'm looking back at my bodyguard, the big sister.
Yeah,
I'm
Allie,
actually
what
gonna
are
look
you
right at
doing,
Allie.
Allie? What are you doing?
I've already stood up and I've walked over to Togar and I've asked him to I put my arm around him and turn him in the opposite direction, and I say, Togar, what is your goal? I thought your goal was for profit, and it seems as if you are delaying that.
Lets me know when I can do something.
That's when I'm gonna grab my money pouch and show her just how much profit I thought I had.
All right, you. Perfect.
I would advise that if you would like to fill your pockets again.
Well, okay, so Allie, you say that, and Tagar goes to grab he wants to tell you something, and he grabs his pocket, and it is empty, brother. It is empty. It doesn't have any money in it.
That's when I start flipping out.
All right, so
That the money's gone.
Well, first, your first reaction is to look around. So maybe you dropped somewhere or something, and you don't know. So
I don't know, man. I'm pretty already heated because we just had a stand-up moment. I'm in an emotional state.
I know, but think about, like, your money's gone. Make an intelligence check to see if you can figure out maybe what had happened.
All right. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. God damn it.
No, you think somehow you've lost your money, but you're not sure how.
All right, so this is where I blow up and I start freaking saying, "Oh my gold is gone!"
Oh, I believe you paid for it with your book. And I laugh.
So
I'll list off 108 gold, 1 silver, 5 copper. God!
You got ripped off! You got ripped off!
Who is practicing their skills? Can I do a perception check to see if anybody's like freaking
What
like even
merchant
like,
ripped
like
you off for that cost?
I'll give you an insight check against Reed, who's just sitting there innocently. Let's see if you can read his facial reactions. See if you can read him. Yeah, you
got a good one. You get to roll a deception, right? To try?
Yeah, you gotta
get
try to hide it
deception?
and read, so you get to roll deception.
Ooh.
Damn it!
Like,
I even have a +3 on that. God.
yeah, you know that Reed.
all right, I want to intimidate him. I want to yell at him that he stole all my golds.
Yeah, you can do that. So you yell at Reed that you accuse him of stealing
Yeah.
your gold.
And while all this is all going there, Ranger,
Hold on, I'll get to there, John.
let me know because there's something I want to do while they're yelling at
I
each
know, but this is Reed and Tokar's moment. So make an intimidation check for me, Tokar. All right, make a charisma saving throw, Reed.
It's the eye of the tiger. It's the light.
God damn it. So you were like, maybe stealing his money wasn't the best idea. You take a step
I'm pretty sure I
backwards.
could give him a helping action for that.
No, this is one-on-one action here.
Okay.
These are two little ones fighting at it.
I know Dromzel's going to do something.
All right, so at that point, you see him yell at Reed. Reed kind of backs up a little bit.
Can I have like the acid dripping from my mouth?
Looking guilty. What do you do, Dromzel? Nobody else say anything. Dromzel, what are you doing?
And I say, for the love of God, can you pansies quit your bickering and let a man eat his breakfast in peace? And he holds out his hand, his arms glow, and he casts silence.
Okay. Wow. Okay, let me look.
Is there a
For
saving
the
on that one?
duration.
Hold on. I'm going to look it up because I got to see what I want to do with this.
It's a
I got
20
just,
foot.
I
ball.
know. Just I want to look at something real quick.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing combat for breakfast. This is sparring, kids. This
Oh my
is
god,
sparring.
that
This is good.
okay. I'm listing it right now. This is gonna be titled "Combat for Breakfast." I love that. That is gonna be the name of this episode at this point.
Jesus Christ.
It couldn't be better. That's perfect.
This is our second episode titled after a food item.
I know.
There is no save for this.
Okay.
So you guys, all of a sudden in this radius, can't hear anything, and you can't, even when you speak and move your mouth, nothing comes out. What's the duration? It is...
Up to 10 minutes as long as I'm concentrating.
You hear him say that, and then all of you in this circle around the campfire can't hear anything. You see Togar and Reed yelling at each other, but no sound. It's just like silence. Dead silence.
He goes back to eating his breakfast.
Yeah, and you can't hear him eating his breakfast.
I go to eat my breakfast. It's,
All right,
it's
so you just
peaceful.
silence this down and starts eating.
I'm gonna come out of the tent and go over to Dromzel. Dromzel, what is going on?
But when you go to
It's
do
like
that,
a kung fu movie.
yeah, you go to do that, and you move your mouth, no sound comes out, and you can't hear anything. And
But if she goes to Dromzel, is Dromzel in his area of like where is the
It is
area
centered.
of silence?
yeah, he's part of it.
Yes.
You can't. He's part
Okay.
of it. So yeah, you're all yeah. Nothing for 10 minutes. So unless you guys can make an Arcana check and figure out what he did, you saw him cast a spell. You don't know what it is. You don't know how it works. So for the moment where you guys are standing, nothing's
If we have Arcana, can we roll it just for the heck of it?
Yeah, you can if you want to see if you can figure out what's happened. Let's see. Tagar, you have
It's
no
a second
idea.
level spell.
Yeah, it's second level spell. Ashar, you have no idea what's happening either. Haddle, you do, but you don't give a shit and eat your breakfast.
Yeah, I don't care.
Finn, you
I
don't
look
know
at
what
him
this is either.
admirably at one point.
You think you know what it is. You know it's like the idea of it, but you're not quite sure what it is.
But I'm noticing that I can't say anything.
Yeah. But it's
Okay.
you think you might know what this is, but you're not 1,000% sure. So you
Okay, I'm gonna go near Dromzel,
hold on.
and I'm gonna.
Allie, you know what this is too. You know that this is a silence spell. So Allie and Hadeline, you just go to eat. Allie, you have to get outside of the radius to do anything. So you just see everybody just like,
Can
It's like a
I
silent movie.
yeah.
can I just hug myself and
Yes.
cast identify?
What are you identifying?
Identify if I instead touch a creature through casting, I learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Is there a
So if I
verbal
hold
component?
myself,
There's a verbal component to that, so no, you can't.
is
You
there?
can't say anything
Oh, there is a
verbally.
verbal component. God damn it!
So I'm gonna go over to Dromzel. I'm
Sure.
gonna put my hand on the ground, and in the dirt, I'm gonna cast Mold Earth, which is just somatic, and it's gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna continue to eat. And I'm
You
just gonna
actually
wait.
saw him smirk when you did that.
So Hadeline and Valen just go back to eating. Reed, what do you do?
I'm watching Tagar through this, by the way. I'm gonna eat.
Oh
but I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
be
it was
watching
watching
Tagar.
Tagar. just
Where
is
did
like,
Reed and I stand? Because now he's been intimidated. The fact that I
yeah,
know,
but
like, he
but
saw it.
you're the other side of this campfire.
I
He's
know.
here, you're
I'm
there.
just wondering, like, where we stand now.
But there's you can't intimidate him anymore because you can't say anything. He
Yeah.
can't hear you. He can look at you, but it's like,
But does that intimidation wear off? Or is
yeah,
he still
kind
scared?
of,
'Cause now
sort of, yeah.
He can't even talk now.
He can't talk. Neither can you. So
Yeah.
I mean, so there's nothing really. Reed, what do you do? I mean, you're
Yeah,
kind
when
of
everybody
backing
can't
off.
speak, it kind of changes the scene.
Yeah,
a
it
little
kind
bit,
of changes the
feels like.
scene.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna pull out that wonderful little rock and my dagger, and I'm going to start to intricately carve onto the rock a big picture of a giant ancient dragon.
Okay, do
And
that.
that dragon
Penis.
is railing
Hold on.
a dragonborn.
Okay, hold on.
This is like quite an intricate thing. on a little...
Yeah, you're gonna have.
Oh,
huge-
it's stick figures. I mean,
Oh, it's a stick figure dragon?
Not even. Yeah, not even then. It's still. This is trying to carve in a rock.
Yeah, you scratch.
so, you know, scratching it in.
Make a sleight of hand check just to see if you can do the delicate work of this, and with disadvantage, please.
17.
I mean, you draw stick figures, but for what you're trying to draw, it doesn't really go across. Some stick figure monster doing something to some stick figure. That doesn't really.
Do I see him doing this?
You see him
Can I see
doodling.
Can I look to see what he did?
You can lean over and
I'll
look.
show it to you.
Can I try to interpret? Do I understand what he was trying to do?
Make an intelligence check with disadvantage because you have no idea what the hell he is trying to convey.
Okay, that's what I figured. 19?
Yeah, you kind of figured out that even though it's awfully drawn and crude, it's basically what you get from the intent of what he's trying to draw is Tagar getting railed by a dragon.
Can
But
I
it's-
start casting mold earth on the stone to make it smoother to what he wants? Still stick figure, but more clearly a dragon stick figure and a small
No, I'm not
vertical
gonna.
dragon.
Not for that kind of
Okay.
intricacy. No, mold earth is one thing that not even close.
I'm going to be casting it multiple times just to create lines that are smoother towards what a dragon would look like.
yeah,
That's
but
basically- so like all like the little like half scratches and stuff.
I
Just want
know,
to clean
but-
it up. It's not going to be clear, but I just want to clean it
it
up.
looks
a
like
little
a better stick figure.
bit. Okay, that's all I
still-
want. I want it to be a
it's
better
not.
stick figure.
It's still
Okay,
crap.
He has a better stick figure.
It's still so crap. I mean, good lord.
And so all I see is him with a rock with stick figures on it.
Yeah, you just see him doodling. You're too far away to see what he's doodling on, but
Okay.
yeah.
And I'll be silently giggling.
It looks like he's giggling, but you can't hear or make a sound. So,
I'll slap Hadlin on the shoulder. I'll show him the rock.
Alan, if you want to try to figure what this is, you're more than welcome, buddy.
I mean, yeah, I'm not all that interested.
He
to
just
be
looks
honest.
at it and goes back to eating.
Yeah, I mean, my food's more interesting.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
but
hungry.
I nod at you knowingly. Yeah.
No, you just nodded that he did something. You're not nodding that you
Right,
know
I
what
have
that-
no idea what he. I nodded him knowingly. That
Yeah,
could mean
like,
anything.
like, good job, stick figure man. You know, so.
Exactly.
Allie, what do you do? You know what the spell is, so you know that you have to get outside of its radius to speak or make noise or anything.
Actually, may I cast Goodberry?
Does that have any verbal components to it?
Hmm.
I think it does. Let me look.
I thought it was just somatic.
I think it might be somatic, but I just want to make sure.
Goodberry is verbal, somatic, and material. So
Yeah.
no.
You can't. You go to cast and it's like nothing happens because you realize, oh god damn it, I'm in the sphere. As soon as you figure that, as soon as you walk out about 10 feet from where you're at, away from the camp, you're able to cast Goodberry.
So I meant to say I moved outside of the camp.
Well, yeah, you figure that out. You try to do it while you're in the camp, and then you're like, okay, let me walk outside, and then you cast it. So,
Can I walk back in?
You can.
Okay, I'm going to. At this point, I think that I will walk in and I will walk over to Balin and give him 2 good berry.
All right, you give Balin 2 good berries.
I would walk over to Dromzel and give him 1 good berry.
Dromzel gets a good berry.
Madeline 1 good berry.
Halin gets a good
I
berry.
promptly eat it.
Yes.
Shara will have 1 good berry.
You get a good berry.
Reed will have 2 good berries.
Reed gets 2 good berries. Okay.
Togar, if you can behave yourself,
He can't hear you. You can't talk to him unless you pull him out of the silent circle. Unless you grab him and or gesture for him to follow you.
I'll keep a good berry for myself.
He can't hear you. He can't make any noises. Nothing. He has no idea. He's just sitting there like everybody else.
What is
now.
Togar doing at this point?
Togar, you can't make noise. You can't hear anything. You see all this happening, but there's no noise. People are pretty much just going back to eating. Togar, you're...
He's taunting. He's doing his character.
Oh, yeah. So, no, I need you to actually tell me what your character's doing.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly that, taunting Reed. Because I can't do anything else. And so this is like vicious mockery mime.
Yeah, nothing's happening because you're in the silence. In your brain, you're thinking. But it's actually quite amusing, you think, because it's like you can't hear anything, you can't make noise, you can't do anything for like 10 minutes. Eventually, 10 minutes ends, and
actually, before that, I want to do one other thing.
And you've already done a couple things, Finn. So
I know. I mean, I don't know how the 10 minutes. I'm assuming these are all like small little things that I'm doing. Okay, I just wanted to go over to Dromzel and do one other thing. Same thing. I'm going to put my hand in the ground, and I'm just actually. You know what? I'm just going to wait. All right. So the spell ends, and then all of a sudden, you guys hear your surroundings. Sound comes back to all of you. You're able to hear yourselves, and
you hear it end right as Dromzel puts out a big burp and puts his bowl down because he's done with breakfast.
Now you guys hear me screaming at Reed that he stole all my gold.
All right, so now Togar's like, you stole all my gold.
I've been screaming for 10 minutes. I'm yelling. I'm livid. I'm throughout. I'm gone.
Maybe you wouldn't have lost your gold if you were focused on watching instead of reading that book or casting a spell on Reed. And it seems like those were distracting you. That's not what we need when we're on watch.
And I've seen little girls with a skinned knee give up sooner for yelling and crying.
I think we need to know where you stand, Togar.
I'm still just yelling at Reed. I'm yelling at Reed that he stole all my money.
Reed's ignoring you. He's just sitting there carving his little stone.
Yeah. And I'm just still yelling at him. Balloons can try and be talking to me, but I'm yelling. I am furious. I am flipping.
Now walk over to Togar.
Okay, Allie walks over to you.
Togar, and I will put both of my hands on his shoulders, and I will say, "Calm," and
make a persuasion check with advantage.
$14.
Yeah, I mean, she seems pretty calming. I mean, you actually calm down from this a little bit, Togar. I mean, Allie is someone you do listen to. Like, there's not a lot of people in the world that can get your attention. But when Allie speaks, you listen, and you kind of just take a breath, look at her, and like, okay, I'm not gonna accomplish anything here. So, you just kind of sit down, you calm down, and you kind of collect your thoughts, and like,
I'll respond to Balloon. I'll respond to Balin. Is that cool?
I'd like to give Togar a berry after he calms down.
You get a berry. You eat the berry. It's delicious. It makes you feel even better.
Get a little angry when you're hungry.
Try a good berry.
All right, I am going to go over to both of them, and I'm going to say we are on a mission for the Raven Queen. Now, you have started some little nonsense, and you are getting in the way of me performing my duty for my god. Now, whatever happened, you need to make it right. You stole his money, you give him his money back. You stop being an asshole. I don't want to see this anymore, or all of you can go. And we'll go back to the queen, to the archpriestess, and then you can explain to her why we came back.
Make intimidation check against
And
Reed
I
and to
will-
hold on. Drum.
And not only that,
Drum,
but
hold on.
also, where were you in all this? All of this nonsense. We have a mission. You are doing what? What are you doing? You playing games like a little boy? You think your mother would be proud?
Oh God! All right, everybody.
Can she roll advantage like 50 times? Can
Yeah,
she roll advantage like 50 times?
Ashera, roll intimidation with advantage. Jeez! Wow.
She pulled the mom card quick.
She
Wow.
did, and the 24
there it
proved
is.
it.
For like 45 minutes now, quick.
Okay, hold on.
She's still yelling. She's still yelling. It's fun.
I know. So the rant has happened. After it ends, Reed, you think it is a very good idea because as she's doing this, you see black energy coming off of her in a way you've never seen before, and her eyes look like death itself and actually turn completely black. Her hair starts standing up. And a little pea comes out of you. And Tagar, you see this as well. And a little pea comes out of you. You think giving him the gold is a good idea. In the rock. And Tagar, you also think that apologizing might be in your best interest at the moment. Because you see Allie, unless she makes some crazy roll, backing away from you like you're about to be smited.
I will walk over to Togar. I will hand him 52 gold.
No, you've been intimidated. You want to roll against 24? Please do. If not, you think...
That's all I asked, is that he gave back the money that he stole, not the money that Tolgar stole from him.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So you're
Remember,
right,
Reed took
Reed.
the
My
first
bad. Okay, I thought... Okay, yeah.
So
So
I'm
he-
giving him the
the money-
52 gold,
Right.
the 8 silver, and the 8 copper.
Right.
I suppose it was.
And the
It
rock,
was
yeah.
it was 56 gold, 1 silver, 5 copper.
Yeah, so you give that back.
So-
and then the rock.
1
and then,
silver, 5 copper.
And 56 gold.
Well, you took 56 from me, so you had 108, so it's 52.
Yeah,
Yeah, you took
so it's
56,
52. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, the math works. So, but whatever it is, yeah, that's what it is. And so...
Wait, plus 1, plus 2, plus 1, plus 1?
Tagar, I'm going to...
Blue reference.
Okay. So you do that. Tagar, you feel like it is in your best interest right now to apologize. Now, Balin and Dromzel, you're seeing the power of the Raven Queen in its full might at this moment. It's actually quite inspiring. Howlin, you still keep eating breakfast. It doesn't affect you at all. And Allie, you back up a little bit. Just to get away from Tagar because you don't want to get hit by some random bolt of energy. And Tagar, you feel like you better apologize or you could become a corpse. This is how much she's intimidated you. 24, Jesus.
I'm gonna look at Dromzel. I'm gonna take out my deck, and I keep like the card that I drew on the top, and it had the blood on it. So I'm gonna take it and just show it to Dromzel. I think I know what this meant for today.
You don't
You'll
have
see
a
that it
choice,
just says
Tagar.
blood
You
on
are being
I hold up a
intimidated.
drink like in a salute when I see that.
Yeah, I was just like, yep, I'm eating breakfast, so that was badass. Tagar, if you want to roll against the intimidation, you'll still accept Reed stuff, but unless you beat it, you will apologize.
No, I'm so sorry and so scared of that woman.
It's very scary at the moment.
She's a scary woman.
You both are very scared right now.
Now, I got a question for you. Since I see an even worse version of that coming off of my mother, would I get advantage on the intimidation save?
What are you intimidated?
No, you're not
Since
intimidated.
I'm used to seeing it. From,
No, you're not
Well, she was
you're intimidated in
directing
a
at me,
sense. You're more awe-inspired because you have a respect for what is coming out of her. Same thing with you, Balin. So you guys are not so much intimidated, but more awestruck by what's happening at the moment, right?
It was directed very specifically
At
at
Reed and
okay.
Togar
Tagar.
and
Then
Reed.
Yeah,
We're just watching the
kind
show
of
right now.
Allie too, because she was right next to Tagar when this black power of death erupted. She started speaking demonically, an icy cold speech that literally chilled both of you to the core. Like, you know, the Raven Queen's, like, that's one of her aspects is not only is it death and it's also winter, and you feel like your bones have been chilled.
I'll walk over to Ashira. I'll look at her and say, "You sure you're not part halfling? Because you sound just like my mother."
I'll let you respond to Cher. She's calmed down a little bit, but her eyes and stuff are still kind of emanating this power.
Do you think your mother would be proud right now? How old are you?
Hey. I'm in my mid-60s, so...
All right. And with that, we're going to take a break. So we're going to take our first break. Oh, Jesus.
Nicely done, Ashira.
You are a terrifying woman.
I mean, 24 intimidation. You guys had no shot. Unless you wanted to challenge that, but no.
The +6 to intimidation alone is like...
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go take a break. So it's going to be about a 10.5, 11-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. We're going to go for a little bit while longer, but I'm tired, so probably go about another 45 minutes or so. And then we'll call it for the night. So grab your drinks, grab your snacks, go take a bathroom break, go do what you need to do. I need to get something to drink. My voice is shot from today. So, so we'll see you guys here in 10 minutes. So hopefully this works.
Hey everyone, Finity from Reality Skewed Gamers here, and I wanted to take a minute to thank every one of our fan and viewers out there for showing your love and support for RSG. Now, how can you continue to show your love and support for RSG? Well, first off, a simple thing, head on to our Discord, a growing community of gamers, great place for you. So if you're not on our Discord already, !Discord in chat will give you the link to join our Discord. And if you want to show your support for RSG as well, Twitch provides a lot of different ways where you can do that. Now, not only can you donate bits, and there's also a link down below for our stream elements where you can donate directly, but of course, Twitch provides the options for giving us your subscriptions. Now, we always appreciate all of our fans for subscribing, and of course, those that use your Twitch Prime on our channel, because we know you only get one of those. So spending it on RSG is a big deal, and we always appreciate it. And if you want to help others also to experience the true nature of RSG, you can also gift a sub to anyone in the chat as well. And for those of you that are Twitch Prime members, if you've given it to us before, we would always appreciate to get it again, but Twitch Prime does require you to do it each month. So if you haven't renewed your Twitch Prime already, whether you give it to RSG or another content creator, make sure you use that Twitch Prime, because that is a handy resource to help all content creators. RSG would not be here if it was not for all of the support from our viewers, and we hope to continue growing our channel and our charity efforts with your help. So for that, I, Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers, want to thank everyone out there, and of course, show you our love. So what I wanted to go over with you guys today is some of the artwork that you see in our D&D streams. You may have seen some of the artwork here done by the awesome Silverbolt from the community, and he has drawn all of the characters for this D&D campaign. But you really just see them in our little zoom windows, which is a little bit small, so I wanted to show these in full size so you could see some of the intricate details that he did put together. So, this character is the one that you may recognize as being played by JCBM, and this is Alunath. She is a half-elf ranger, and you can see a lot of the details here with the use of her longbow, the sword that is kind of on her side there, and of course, the awesome little headband that Jasa also wears on the stream as she plays her character. Next up is Ashira. Ashira is played by Guerra Aurelios, and she is a warlock that is an Aasimar. Now, if you're not familiar with Aasimars, Aasimars are a really cool race in general. They are basically effectively Fallens of Celestials, so they have some really cool tricks. So hopefully we'll see whether or not Guerra uses this and shows them to the members of the party. But she is a warlock, and this is a really cool, you can see that one of the key things about this, which was really cool because it was just the general concept, she has a crowbar on her back. Now, this was a really fun thing in the character development, and Guerra really wanted to make sure that the crowbar was there, and Silverbolt did a great job of including it. The next one we have is Balin. That is my character. He is a human sorcerer. Now, he has some special abilities, and you guys will hopefully be able to see some of those as we progress. But you notice something very specific about this. You may not realize it, so I'm going to point out some of the little details here that are very easy to miss. One of them is that his left hand is the one that is glowing with the energy. Keep that in mind as you see my character doing certain things, but it is relevant, and Silverbolt did a great job of capturing it. The other part is that the tips of his hair up top are green, except for a ponytail that you can see coming off the right side of his head, which is black. Now, there is some significance for that. At some point, you may or may not find out about it. We'll see when the characters get into that part of the history, but there are some really intricate details that Silverbolt did include. The next one is Dromzol. Now, Dromzol is a orc cleric played by Grim, and you can see a lot of cool things about here. Of course, the metal armor, the great sword, and of course, the fire in his hand. Now, he is a cleric, but he does have some magic abilities, including things like Sacred Flame and other spells that can be cast by a cleric. So Grim is going to be there. You can see him as the massive orc. So make sure you watch for this character as well. The next one is Hadalin. Hadalin is our pipe-smoking dwarf fighter. He's a sword and board dwarf. You see it now with the axe, with the shield. You would have seen it in the combat here that we just had. And this is Corinth's character. Now, Hadalin is kind of that cantankerous dwarf. He is not the most charismatic of folks, but he is there with the party trying to help them survive and effectively babysitting us, as you kind of have seen. The next one is Reed. Speaking of babysitting, he is the closest equivalent looking to a baby. I know it came up in the second episode about how his height is about the same as a child. Reed is a halfling rogue. He is our stealth expert here. He is our rogue, which if you guys are familiar with rogues, they are the skill monkeys, and this is played by Johnny Moe. Now, the skill monkey is one that has a whole bunch of skills, and we will see all of the abilities that Reed has throughout this campaign. And then last but not least, our over-the-top dragonborn bard, Togar, played by Bad Rongo, or as some people in the community like to call him, Bard Rongo. He is a flute-playing dragonborn. You'll notice some little things about him. His appearance is that of a dragonborn, but there's certain features that make him a little bit smaller looking, and that is because his history makes him the runt of the dragonborn litter, so to speak. And Silverbolt did a great job of capturing some of these details. So these are some of the drawings that you guys can see in greater picture now. Thanks a lot to Silverbolt for drawing these. I hope you guys kind of like seeing this artwork up close and you enjoy it. We're getting ready for the second half here, but here's one more announcement before we kick it off. As we get ready to start again, I wanted to thank all of our viewers out there, especially the new ones, for of course watching the RSG channel. Now, for those of you that are new here, RSG is a very professional gaming channel, and we are here to provide you quality content. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown of everything that RSG covers regularly. So from Mondays to Fridays during the 12 o'clock Eastern Time hour, we have on YouTube a live stream that we call the RSG Lunch Hour. Now, this is there to get you through the doldrums of the day, largely covers Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as our primary game, but we talk about anything and everything for you. Now, on Mondays, we do have Marbles Monday. Now, Marbles is a fun, interactive Twitch game that, if you are not familiar with, is really, really fun. And the way we do it at RSG is always a little bit different than the normal play. So please come out on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and join us for Marbles on stream. On Tuesday nights, we have our Don't Starve Together Tuesdays. And it's just what it sounds like, Don't Starve Together on Tuesday nights. And that's what we do at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with a great group of friends from the community. On Wednesday nights on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is our longest running Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live stream, which covers the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes game. It is the longest running live stream in the galaxy for the game. So if you guys are interested in that or just want to check out what the game is about, make sure to head to that on our YouTube channel. On Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have coverage of State of Survival, another mobile app game. And so if you guys are interested in fighting zombies and surviving the apocalypse, make sure you check that out on YouTube. At 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturdays, we have Jedi Academy. Jedi Academy is a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes based stream. It's a pure question and answer stream done and hosted by RSG with a great group of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content creators there to answer questions for the community for about 2 hours. So if you want to have your questions answered about this mobile game, head to our channel on YouTube on 10 a.m. Eastern Time and make sure that you are there to get your questions answered. On Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our D&D campaign right here. You guys are watching that now, and we really appreciate it and hope you guys are enjoying it, and we will continue to do this at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, we have our Star Wars Dungeons & Dragons campaign. That's right, 2 Dungeons & Dragons campaign, our regular, normal D&D 5e on Saturdays, and Star Wars on YouTube. So make sure you check that out as well. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, we have our Sunday Night Gaming. Now, this is where we will rotate different games and just have fun with a group from the RSG community, and of course with you guys in chat. Some will be interactive, some will just be fun, some will be ridiculous. But even beyond all of these, from a Monday to Sunday schedule, we will have random streams throughout the week, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So make sure that while you guys are here on Twitch, you hit that follow button so you can get notified whenever we go live. And with that, we're about to get started here with our Dungeons & Dragons stream. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little break, taken some time off, and get ready for the second half of the campaign. And on that note, I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers. Thank you guys for watching and hope you enjoy the second half.
Still working on 2 of these.
And we're back.
I'll be right next.
Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have everybody back. Hope everyone got their drinks and snacks. Actually, we're going to go a little bit longer. I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter. I do remember I have some stuff I want to do with these guys afterwards that I need to go over. Shar, I'm looking at you because I know there were some questions you had. So, we're going to go up to a certain point, then I'm going to cut it off a little bit early so I can get some of that stuff done, or I'll forget, and then that's the poop. That my voice is starting to go. All right. So all those events, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's ready for the big finale. Good Jesus. So all that happens. Everything's made right in the world. Ashira calms down. You guys get situated, eat your breakfast, everything calms down, you break down your camp, load up the cart. Balin, you going for the rock?
Now I'm going for the rock.
Okay,
Yep.
You go to intimidate the rock first to see if you can build up the anger that you need.
Okay.
That
Do I get any intimidation from the anger that came off of Ashira?
Not a damn thing.
Okay.
The rock is still intimidated.
Okay. 13. Yeah, is it pre-intimidated by
Yeah.
Ashira?
No, it's not. It's a rock.
Okay, so 13 to intimidate the rock.
Yeah, you build up the anger so you get that +3 to your strength to do this.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, you lift the rock off the thing and you bring it over and you put it down. And if you want to go for another success, you can. You still have the +3 bonus.
Yep. I'm gonna go again. Let's try this. Okay, here we go. 16.
You lift it up for the first time ever, back to back. If you want to try again, you can.
Balin would like to rage.
All right, here we go. Can we make it 3? 7.
And you drop the rock on your foot. Pain.
I made some progress today. That was twice. I think I'm almost there.
So yeah, you did a good job. Getting better.
And I'm completely exhausted.
I walk up,
and...
you know, after the third one, I walk up over to him, slap him on the back, and say, "Good job."
And then he does a bunch of push-ups.
And fall over from it because I am exhausted. So... and then get on the ground and then start doing push-ups as much as I can.
Actually, hold on a second. I want to see does my slap him on the back knock him over?
Oh, I am exhausted. It would probably take nothing to knock me over.
Yeah, I would say knock him over because you're not trying to knock him over, but it kind of knocks the air out of him a little bit. Like, yeah. All right, so you guys do that. Allie, make your animal handling check for the horses in the cart so you guys can get underway.
Nice.
Sorry, it's doing that.
Very nice.
Sorry.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah. You guys get halfway from where you are right now to, I would say, about right there. You'll be in Humperduke by tomorrow evening at this rate. So you're about right there, Al. If you want to move where I'm pinging on the map, you can move your cursor there. And you guys can see the beginning of the Silver Coil Ridge. You can see the mountain range. For you, Hadelin, and for you, Reed, smells like home. Looks like home. Feels like home. I'll just move it for you. Tired of pinging the map.
I look a little bit.
Do I see a tear
more content
in Reed's eye?
No, but they look.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I mean, Reed will sort of look off into the foothills, heading towards that patch of forest.
Well, you can't see that yet, but the mountains are prominent on your left side as you guys make your way up the gravelway path.
But I know the direction.
Oh yes, you know this is land and area that you're very familiar with. So, yes, indeed.
Carry on?
What's that?
We carry on, or are we stopped?
Now you're stopped. I moved to where you are stopped. So you will be in Humperduke. You look at the map and you guys stop for the day. Who wants to make the perception check for the camp?
Take a look around again.
All right, make your roll.
I'll use guidance.
Okay, use guidance. You pray the Raven Queen to find a good place to lay low for the night. Yeah, you find an outstanding spot off the road. Looks like some people have used this area before, so it's kind of developed where it's got a nice camping area. Ground's not hard, but it's solid. And you know, it's kind of flat and even, so you're able to find a couple trees and tie up the horses and unload the cart. You guys set up camp. You guys are having a meal after this morning's fiasco. Do you guys, anybody want to say anything to each other now that you guys have all been kind of contemplating silently after seeing Ashara's awesome power for the first time?
I want to be on watch with Ashara.
All right. So first watch will be Ashara and Reed.
I also think maybe I know that we're all trying to start as if things are new, but maybe it's best that Ali is with Togar during watch.
Okay.
Seems like maybe that's the best way, if that's okay. So I will go on watch with Hadelin, and Dromzel, you can do the solo watch.
Yeah, you'll do the final watch by yourself, Drom.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
All right. So you guys get settled in, and then Ashara and Reed, you guys are up. Make perception checks, please.
17.
Okay, sure. Okay, Reed, you're on it for the both of you with that roll. You look at Shar. She looks a little tired, a little worn out. Maybe what she did this morning took a little bit out of her. You don't know, but she seems a little. She's not really paying attention. She's staring, but not really. Not really looking. She's just kind of staring blankly off into the distance.
About halfway through the watch, I'll roast a pair of apples.
All right.
And I'll bring one over to her. I'll offer a nice warm roasted apple.
All right. Shar, Reed comes over and halfway through your watch and brings you a nice warm cooked apple.
Always so kind, good sir. I'm
Well,
sorry that I lost my patience earlier.
No, not to worry. I was just trying to teach him a lesson not to swivel or cast on those who was traveling with him.
You have a good point, and he is a bit of a handful and doesn't seem like he has the best of intentions, but he is very useful.
I agree with you. It's always good to have a talker in a group.
Yeah.
He seems like a talker.
Yeah. I think
Same time, I think that you've got a bit of a way with the words yourself, so.
The thing about words is if you use too many of them, they lose value, just like everything else.
I agree. But when you back the words up with a good stern look like you seem to have mastered, they go a good way.
Yes, well, I hope it didn't upset you too much. I just was tired of the nonsense. It's a lot of nonsense.
I agree with you.
Well, can I see your rock?
Yeah.
You get it back. He doesn't have. Oh, the one you carved. Yeah, I mean, you still got that.
Hand it up. Hand it over to her.
Make a intelligence check to see if you can figure out what it is.
I'm far from an artist. It's never a skill that I picked up much. But
18.
Yeah, you figure out that it's a dragon having its way with Takar. It's very basic in its initial drawing, but you're starting to see the shape of the outline of what you see as a dragon, having its way with Takar.
You say, sir, kind sir. 60?
My formal education never really included art. So.
And I mean, I understand the picture, and that's really what's important, right?
I guess the point's across, yeah. I was gonna give it back to him, but I figured after this morning, it might upset him.
I appreciate you being the bigger man, sir.
So to speak.
So.
I'll take the rock and I'll stick it in one of my pockets.
All right.
The apples, I like them this way when they're roasted just a bit. But
You always make the best things and know the best way to do the things. Like the bed, I definitely love the bed. It's very appreciated.
Oh, it's no problem. It's when you've been out rambling around the countryside, such as I have for a while, you learn a little creature comforts tend to be the ones that take a bit of the edge off of having to be out in the wild. So little things like that help.
Well, maybe your art isn't as polished as the rest of your skills, but they seem far more useful.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Are there any other stories that you would think to be wise to share?
Stories. I mean, you've been around a while like I have. You see a lot of things. So, it depends on what you're looking to do. I mean, if you're looking for softer side things to just go and lighten situations or the such, that's one thing. But, I think that something that might be an interesting little bit for this is you always have to watch out for the talkers, because they're good folk when they try, but as long as they know who their friends are, they're valuable allies. So I think I may have to go and do something for Togar. I may look to get him a book that wouldn't get us in trouble.
That would be one of the kindest things I could possibly think of to do in this situation.
Let's see if I can find him another book in Humperdinck. They have a few stores and such. See if maybe I can go and find him a friendlier book.
That would probably be in the best interest of our entire party. And hopefully he stops being such a tool. I heard he was not paying attention during watch. I had words with Hadelin, something about a stick, and he said something about a zine, or I do not know, but it was very clear Hadelin's a serious man and Dokar is not. And so I figured that he was up to something.
I've known Hadlin a while. He's very serious, but he's a good heart.
Yes,
underneath.
he's a respectable source. So if he is making grumbles about Dokar,
he makes grumbles about everyone. But good man, dry sense of humor. Very dry sense of humor, but good man. You're ever in a tight spot, I could think of few people you wouldn't rather have with you than Hadlin.
well then it is good that he is here, and also good that he mentions that Dokar is struggling to be serious about Watch.
But, if Hadlin says he's struggling, that means that there's something salvageable. Because if Hadlin had said other things, instead of just whacking him with a stick, he'd have probably just whacked him with his axe. So, it means that deep down inside, Hadlin has at least some minor modicum of respect for him.
Well, then maybe we can bring out the best in this wayward dragonborn, or beat it out of him with sticks, whichever works for me.
Either one sounds fun.
Jesus. I'm sorry. Goddamn.
The funny thing is I can hear Bad Rongo through.
Yeah, I can hear him laughing in the back.
Gar's mic.
Oh my god. Beat it out of him. And then Ouchie in chat pipes up. What am I hearing? Please continue. Oh, God.
Something about hitting a stick? What?
Oh boy. All right. Anything else? Oh my god. All right. Anything else you guys say to each other? Move on to the next watch. Jesus Christ. All right, who's up next? Who's the
I think
next?
we do this.
Yeah, it was the solo.
The solo
one.
watch is next.
Oh,
so
the solo.
Drama's gonna go next. Okay, Drums will
Yeah.
go ahead and make your
Yeah, I can
perception
do it
check.
next. You know the routine, using guidance.
Pray to the Raven Queen for guidance.
Let my sight be true. Which it probably isn't.
I mean, you do okay job.
10.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really happens.
It's really good pipe tobacco this time.
Yeah, so you're smoking your pipe, and you don't know why you were kind of thrown off because Ashira and Reed, when they woke you up, are giggling.
They were giggling.
Yeah, they were giggling, and you couldn't figure out why they wouldn't tell you. They had something in between them.
Oi,
that was
what
funny.
the hell's so funny?
They don't even tell you; they just ignore you.
God, nobody tells me nothing.
It kind of distracts you as you pull your card. Like, all right, fine, don't tell me. But no, nothing goes on your watch. All right, who's next?
I guess Hadelin and me will go next.
Yeah, Hadelin and Balin. All right, so you two are woken up for your watch. Hadelin, you do like you always do. You plant your axe, pull out your pipe, start smoking and looking around. Make your perception check. Balin, you do the same. Make your perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, Hadelin, you're on it like you always are. If you want to try to blow smoke rings again, you can try.
Might as well. Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. Jesus Christ!
Wow! 2 18s!
A pipe smoke ring check. Oh my god! Really, so you're
Pretty
sitting there.
soon he'll be blowing smoke axes.
Yeah,
That's right.
seriously.
Nice.
Jesus. So, you notice, Bailey, you get a little distracted because you look over, you just come walking by and you check on, with Hadley, you kind of come up to him and he's blowing these perfect smoke rings up into the air like you've never seen before.
Smoke rings that are lifting rocks.
No, they're not. Let's get out of here, Brett. Togar, stop. You're asleep. Do you say anything or you just admire the smoke rings?
I am just admiring. I'm looking at him because he's my sword master. So yeah, just admiring at this point.
Well, you look over to your apprentice there, Hadlin, as he's admiring with gleeful eyes like out of an anime.
Mm-hmm.
At your smoke rings.
I do.
And that is why I have a 9.
It does
Distracted
not
by the smoke.
distract me.
They're quite lovely. I've never seen such perfect rings made of smoke before.
Well, it's
It
because
is
I'm back in
impressive.
the mountains. Usually can't do them as well.
Oh, you are from around here as well?
Yeah. This area.
Oh, is that how you know Reed? I know Reed is from somewhere in this area.
Yeah. Yep. More that direction though.
Oh, towards, and I'm assuming you're
He
pointing
points in
towards
the
mountains,
direction.
east. Right?
Yeah, but you get a sense of
Yeah. I know what he's talking, because I know Reed went through the geography with me.
yeah.
Okay. Oh. Have you ever been to Reed's farm? I can't say I've ever seen a rabbit farm before.
Hadlin has never been to Reed's farm.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. No. Never
Yeah.
been to his farm.
You know of it, but you don't know
Yeah.
like you've never been.
Heard of it.
Seems like an interesting place to go. I don't. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to go there, but I am interested in it.
Sure.
And then I continue to watch the smoke circles.
Okay. Nothing else happens on your watch. You guys wake up the next group. It's Alaneth and Tokar. You guys are
So
woken up.
am I rested now?
Yes, you don't have any
No more
exhaustion. Yeah, you're rested. You're woken up. You're a little groggy. Make your perception check.
Huzzah!
Oh,
I mean, you
I'm
guys are
still a little
doing
groggy.
decent. Yeah, it's a little groggy. It's early in the morning. You guys are still trying to get your wits about you. If you guys want to have a conversation, you can.
I'm just gonna ask to have her let me sleep in while she keeps watch, because I'm still a little tired from everything yesterday.
Allie, what do you respond to with him on that?
Come on, big sis.
Togo, I just wanted to ask one question of you, and then, yes, gladly, you can rest for 1 hour.
Amazing.
We ran across each other, if you all remember. I did get to learn a lot about your family, and I was wondering if you would share with me just one fact.
We come from Draconia. Now time for bed.
I'm aware of that, and I will say to you in Draconic, sweet dreams. Get to 1 hour's rest.
And I'm just going to be so thankful.
Yeah, it's a long day. You are pretty looking forward to some more extra rest, so that kind of helps you out. All right, she didn't fight you on it, so she did it. So, but you don't get that much rest. You can kind of get like a little nappy nap in before you're woken up, and it's the next morning. Go ahead, Allie. What were you gonna say?
I was just wondering if I could look around.
I mean, you can. I mean, you've already made your perception check. Are you looking for anything specifically? It is beginning of the morning. Did you want to look for some of your herbs and stuff?
I will wait.
Okay, you'll wait. Okay. So you wake up, everybody. We get to the business of the morning routine. Everybody wakes up, gets their tents packed away, eats their breakfast, that kind of stuff. You guys all look and wait as Balin gets ready for his morning exercise of his attack of the rock. This has actually become a ritual with you guys. Everyone kind of gathers around as Ali's getting the horses and everything lined up with the cart and stuff, but everybody's watching. First,
And
you
it's
get
the
angry
fun
at,
card, by the way.
as you get angry at the rock.
Okay. Let's see if I can get angry at the rock. 22.
You are extremely angry.
Nice.
Take your +3.
Okay. So, first attempt. 13.
You barely get the rock out, but
Okay,
you're able
that counts
to do
as a
it.
success.
That counts as a success.
Okay, so I can try again.
Okay. You put the rock
Okay.
down.
Okay.
You got to lift the rock again.
15.
You lift it up for the second time. That's another success.
Come on, focus.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna
Put
try
it down.
again. 22.
You really lift the hell out of this rock. You're starting to really get into it. Everyone's really watching you, and you're really just, you're just, the veins are popping in his arms. You starting to see starting to get a little definition and stuff, and his arms are bulking up a little bit. He's not as.
Can I start a John Hughes slow clap?
No.
Do I get to go
Now it's
again,
time
or
to get a
is
bigger rock.
No.
3 is the limit? Or do I get to go again?
No, you
or-
get to go again.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. 12.
You finally drop it from exhaustion.
Okay.
But you did 3, and but the anger was strong in you, and you were able to lift the rock 3 times. So he's getting better.
Today was definitely a better day.
Yes.
I felt it today. I hope I can summon this again.
Right, well done. Now we need to get a bigger rock. And I chuckle a little bit at that and pat him on the back.
All right. So, preparations are made. Allie, make your animal handling check with advantage.
We are going to get far today.
And guidance.
All right, you get your guidance from Dromzel, so you get your D4. Okay, roll again. Okay, if you want to add your D4, you can.
Well, you know this is very difficult for me for some reason. Okay.
That would be more than 1D4.
That would be 3, right?
Hey. All right, so I'll take the first roll. We've got to work on that offline, but we'll say the 3 counts. And that makes you a 25. Okay, so 25. You guys get on your way. No serious issues. The day is uneventful. You guys want to have a conversation while we're in the wagon? Now I'll throw that out there if anybody wants to say anything to everybody as you guys are moving right along.
I would like to say to Ashira that I have a bedroll I can offer you. I think that it might be a little bit more comfortable, and I have one to spare. I can sleep very readily on the ground.
That is very kind of you. Thank you so much, Ali.
Okay, so put into your inventory more comfy bedroll. Not by much, but it is a little bit better because it's still outdoors, camping on the ground. Well, you sleep in the wagon, so this actually will make your sleep a lot better.
It's like an air mattress.
No, it's not. Get out of here. The cart suddenly explodes and the horses die. You guys are stranded in the middle of the wilderness. An air mattress. Get out of here. Shame on you.
Why did the horses pop like that?
Because they were air. God.
Alan, did you do that?
I wish I did, but no, not this time.
I mean, it popped like balloons, and half the people keep mispronouncing it was balloons.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently, I didn't think that it was that big a deal, but apparently it was.
All right.
Hey, seriously
strong
now,
with that rock.
stop mocking my accent. I mean, his name is Balloon.
It is not balloon.
Ashira, I would ask that I give gifts, and I give them with no ask of anything in return, but I would ask that you remember my kindness to you.
Of course, Sally. I'm not sure that you would find yourself ever in need of my kindness necessarily, or to owe me kindnesses for something. So I hope that you don't feel like you are being forced to give this to me for some reason.
Oh no, I just meant potentially in the future on behalf of others. If you could remember kindness, potentially on behalf that I might call in on behalf.
Do you speak about your traveling companion?
You see Takar look over like, eh? He's right next to her.
It's hearing Ben Rongo in the background, Liv, is the best part.
He's right there. Usually, he's there just kind of playing with his lute. He just turns around, looks at you, Ashara, like, what?
I'm right here. Right?
Yeah. And Ashara looks right past you, Bad Rongo, right at Hallie, like you don't exist.
And then I will go off with, I'm driving.
Yeah, you're driving. You can only talk, really.
Think back. I will go. I think that I will be silent and think back upon my childhood.
Okay, that's done. So, you guys travel for the rest of the day. That happens. Takar is nervously playing his lute off key because he's now wondering what the hell these two ladies are going to be speaking about him later on. You guys make the mountains are very prominent now, very much on your left side. And you guys slowly creep in. By mid-afternoon, you can start seeing the smoke and rising from as you guys come over this ridge. You can start seeing the very far distance. You can see cut out of a mountain what looks like the city town of Hupperduke. And you can see the smoke billowing from all the furnaces and stuff. You know that it'll be night time by you get there. You guys start slowly creeping. Slowly, as it starts getting toward dusk, you guys finally get to Hupperduke. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Woo! We made it to Hupperduke.
Yeah. Yay, you did it. All right. So with that, we're going to call this one done. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being here, hanging out with us tonight. A little bit of a shorter episode, but I got some stuff I want to do with these guys where I get some rest, and I need some rest bad, and my voice is really starting to go. So with that, subscribe if you like it. Leave comments. This will be uploaded on YouTube later, like on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, so you can check it on YouTube if you want to catch the replay, things of that nature. We'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff streaming. I'll be getting 3 vodka, so we'll see Rangers suffer that nonsense, and then the things I do for the community. 15 hours for gas, sure. I'll do it. 9 hours for Chewy, sure, I'll do it.
Yeah, but then there's the greatest hits of Thrawn.
Yeah, oh my god. I have my own montage. Oh god.
All right, now do it basic.
Yeah.
Do another basic.
Use another basic. Can I use something basic? No, use the basic.
No,
do it basic. No, do it basic.
Have that shit in nightmares. All right, but if you like that, leave comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. We very much appreciate you guys all being here. So on behalf of myself and the lovely, lovely players, have a great rest of your night. Enjoy yourselves. And the last thing I'll say, wash your hands, wash your face, wear your mask, do your social distancing. Seriously, guys, coronavirus is serious out there. Don't be farting around with that out there. Let's keep safe and look out for one another. Have a great rest of your night, and we will holler at you later. Bye.